Hold on.
El lanzamiento viene al plato. ¡Batazo! ¡Feliz Navidad! ¡Feliz Navidad! Acaba de empatar en el cuento la Navidad en octubre.
Well, he really hit the shit out of that one, didn't he? Held it like an egg. Yeah, and he scrambled the son of a bitch. Look at that. He hit the fucking bull.
3, fly, deep drive, left field. Fry's watching. It is a walk-off home run. David Fry lights up the Cleveland night.
The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12. I covered.
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Oh, we're going to be on one today, boys and girls. I got so much stuff going on. I got things going on, things popping. What's up? Welcome into a very special episode of the Bostonian versus the Book. It is a roll call Friday, first and foremost. It is a fight song Friday, second. But baseball last night was incredible. He is Dave Sharapan. I am Matt Perrault. We have no replay tonight. This is unfettered, no censor. Say whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want to say it. There's no will. There's no sorry will. And so because of that, we're bringing Fitzy and we're bringing Emerson on at the same time.
For more Boston bullshit.
We got two of the most foul-minded human beings on the planet without having to worry about what they say.
Yeah.
On the show today with us. How are you, sir? Chris Mack is going to join us to give us a Pittsburgh flavor in about 5 minutes, but happy Roll Call Friday.
I mean, listen, hat tip to you. I don't know what time you got up. I don't know if you slept, but that was the best fucking opening ever. I'm in fucking tears. You're going to play that at the end. My favorite thing about today just fucking happened. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm sitting here listening to the Feliz Navidad.
How good's that call?
It's,
that call
he nailed it. Like it was just in the Spanish one. It was just great. And my God, there's no replay tonight. So we can go as long as we like. We can say what we like. And you know what that means on Roll Call Friday. If we get loose, like things get real loose. And I mean, we got so much going on. It's a great time of year and you're feeling better. I'm feeling better. Like we're back to normal. It was a long ass week last week with G2E. People wore us out. We were tired. We were sick, but man, we're feeling good. And I mean, talking about like what we like and who we like, it came up today in my feed. I got to give it to him now, quick. Digital Underground and Humpty. All right. He started with this. I see girls and guys dancing. Guys and girls dancing. Now, although we're usually on the serious tip, check it out. Tonight, we're going to flip and trip and let it all hang out tonight. We're going to say what we like because, we want to know how many people in the flow would like to just let yourselves go and do what you like. Yeah, well, tonight's your night. Just eat food. Try not to be crude or rude. Kill the attitude. Chill the serious mood. And do what you like. Yeah, do what you like. Everybody, do what you like. I mean, I had that one teed up before, and then when you started with the wait, we ain't got no filter. I mean, I hope Will's watching the show.
Yeah, of course, but
But sorry, Will, we ain't got no filter tonight. We ain't got nothing. First roll call Friday in over a year. Nate Irvine, welcome. Go
That's
get
cool.
him. Go tell him. We're talking all damn morning, afternoon. No more COVID. Matt is back. You're goddamn right. Get a little bit of freedom, a little bit of health.
I mean,
and you got creative with the tools.
Well, see, so I had to. This is what for and you remember this when I was doing radio. Like one of my more, and we'll talk to Emerson about this. Emerson works with a guy in Boston named Rich Shirtlieb, who is like my idol for production. He's incredible. And production was always in radio like a thing that I loved to do on my radio show because I always felt like whatever producer I had, I was better at it than they were. Because it's the same thing that happens when we had producers for this show. Like you and I know what the show is going to be like, and we're the ones talking and investing. So someone else coming in trying to insert either their own control or voice into the show through the clips or segments or whatever, we struggle with. Like we're like, hey, we'll just do it ourselves. And so I love doing production, but it's harder for us here because we don't have the rights to put the video on.
Yeah.
So we have to do still frame. Like we can't, those are all still pictures. So I can put a still picture with a baseball call. Cause you asked me last night, you put the bug in my head last night and you're like, hey, can we put the call on the air?
I just don't want the lawyers call.
Of course not. Right.
Like
but you can do that. You can play clips like, cause I've never been questioned in radio. I can do whatever the hell I want in radio. And there's less rules for YouTube. It's the replay on Sirius XM and the replay on Sports Grid sometimes that gets us into trouble. YouTube has different types of, when you're playing songs, like on Roll Call Friday, we get dinged every Friday. We just don't really give a shit if we get dinged on Friday. Like, whatever. You can't use this copyright information. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You can't monetize this. Okay, fine. We don't care. We're doing the show.
Trying to get paid every day, every way we can. You're going to take us because we're playing fight songs?
Yeah. Good. We're fine. So when you said that to me, I was like, well, man, like, let's see. So then I got up and I was like, well, this is a bit more work than I thought. So I was having to pull pictures and find audio and pull the audio and get it together. And I was like, man, I feel like I'm back in radio. So that might not be a one-time thing. Like that was really fun this morning. It took me 2 hours, but it's a 1-minute clip. It takes 2 hours to put together, but it was fun. And like, when I found the Spanish call, I was like, that's perfect. I was like, the Spanish call is.
And listen, we'll give everybody credit that was on that. That was the Fox Sports
or
TBS broadcast call and the Spanish broadcast call. And if I had their names right now, I would say them and give them full credit. Yeah. That was awesome. That game was awesome. It was fantastic. We'll get to more of that later and recap on that. We got to get this Mack guy in while we can because he's got to spin some music and he's got to talk about other stuff. And I needed some Pittsburgh love. I needed some Pittsburgh love today. Oh, he wore the
There you go, baby.
Stuff.
There
Thank
you go.
you. Hi, Bobby.
The one and only Chris Mack. How are you, sir? Good to see you again. Are you in a radio studio right now?
I am.
Wow.
I've been warming up the banjo all afternoon here at Y108 in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's number one for country. I don't actually talk like that. DJs that talk like that aren't good DJs.
I was like, that's not what you sound like, right?
No. Hey, everybody. Chris, I actually, when I jumped in and I heard you guys talking about like rights fees and music and stuff, I was like, oh, man. I totally bet Dave was like, hey, Matt, we got to play Return of the Mack when Matt comes on. And you were like, bro, I'm not paying to play that just because Mack is coming on.
I love
but
that song.
I'm glad to hear that wasn't the conversation that I eavesdropped on there.
No, we get dinged. YouTube sends us these things all the time of like, you can't use this. This is a copyrighted. You cannot monetize this episode of your show because of da 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 da. It's not a strike against you, but it's just stupid. Like literally every Friday we play fight songs. And they yell at us for playing fight songs, and we're just like, whatever, like
whatever.
It's we're gonna.
I want to give him one of these. I want to give him one of these every time we get one. I'm like, what does this mean? I text him I text Matt and I go, what does this mean? He's like, nothing. Calm down, because I'm ready to fight. Like as soon as I get the thing, it says you can't this, you can't that. Hold on.
Take the guy out of Pittsburgh. Can't take the Pittsburgh out of the guy.
Thank you.
Wants to fight everybody.
I was pissed off. You're right, but listen, Pittsburgh. Let's take us there. who the hell's playing quarterback on Sunday? What the hell is he doing? Is he playing everybody, C-Mac?
So I have gone all over the place with my theories on this, guys, all week long. If you would have asked me on Tuesday after Mike T's press conference, hey, what do you think, Chris? I was very adamant. I went on several shows and was like, listen, we don't need to read between the lines here. All he said is he's given Russ first team reps. That doesn't mean Russ is starting. Come on. He loves Justin Fields, and he does, by the way. Mike Tomlin loves Justin Fields. You saw that smile, almost a creepy grin he got on his face when somebody brought up the idea of Fields' ability to move and how that affects who's going to play when. He loves that. He's loved Justin Fields since Fields came out of Ohio State. But the more and more I hear about the way reps are getting divided at practice, which, by the way, Fields is still getting some first-team reps, but Russ is getting the majority of them. And the way Justin sounded when he talked yesterday, the way Pickens talked about things today, I really think he's going to do this. I think he's going to bench a 4-2 quarterback, which, look, on the surface, everybody goes, oh, my God, Mike Tomlin, future Hall of Fame head coach. Now, that's a bigger argument here in Pittsburgh because you know how people get about that. But seriously, a guy who's got a Super Bowl ring on his resume, even if it was years ago, who is well respected around the league, everybody thinks, well, he can't make coaching mistakes. The hell he can't.
Right.
This guy mismanaged Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, and Mason Rudolph. This guy has never had a legitimate quarterback room that he's had to manage. Ben Roethlisberger was the guy for a decade and a half. So this is starting to set up to where, hey, you can have all the love and respect and admiration you want from Mike Tomlin. That's all well and good. I'm on board with a lot of it, even if he hasn't won a playoff game since before some of my kids were born. It's neither here nor there. You can still look at him and say, the guy can't manage a quarterback room. That's what I'm starting to think.
Chris, the thing that Dave and I talked about in the offseason and thing that I couldn't get my head around when they went and got Justin Fields was you went and first got Russell Wilson. Then you got Justin Fields. And I said, there's no way that Russell Wilson's going to sit for an entire season. He's not going to go. It's not going to work. There had to have been some type of agreement, arrangement, something that when Fields came in and then hey, look at Russ, you're our guy. And then Russ got hurt. And then Russ would have been like, hey, wait a minute. What's going on? And then they said to him, hey, look at when you're fully healthy, it's still your team. This feels like a non-Pittsburgh Steeler move. Like the most successful organizations in the NFL are the ones that play the best player. Forget the contract. Forget all the drama around whatever, who starts, who doesn't. Is Tomlin losing his fastball? Is he nervous about his job, or is he nervous about losing Russ, or is someone higher up saying play Russ?
No, I think what this is he wants to see if Russ can do more than Fields. Because let's be honest, Fields has managed the ball fairly well. Like, I know he's got more turnover-worthy plays than his interception number would indicate, right? Like, he's gotten away with a few here and there. The poor quarterback center exchanges that we've seen, whether it's been in shotgun or under center, that's happened multiple times. That's kind of a weird thing. I think he wants to see if Russ can manage things a little bit better and maybe give them just a little bit more chance of opening up just a little bit. I mean, look, this team has flailed its way to 4-2, due in no small part to the fact that TJ Watt is running around punching footballs like Peanut Tillman in his heyday. Yeah. Right. So that is still how this team is going to win. If the Steelers are going to beat the Jets, for example, on Sunday night, it's not going to be because Russ or Justin Fields or whoever goes. Well, just pump the brakes. Hold on one sec. Let me finish my thought here, David. If the Steelers beat the Jets on Sunday night, it's not going to be because Russ or Justin went off for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. It's going to be because the defense beat the snot out of Aaron Rodgers and forced him into some turnovers. Like, that's how the Steelers win games now. So that's a distinct possibility, by the way, too. And I'm no great believer in Aaron Rodgers. I think the real Aaron Rodgers died in his penultimate year in Green Bay. And since then, he's been a shell. He's been a mirage. But the Steelers' offense is not going to win them games. They look okay from time to time. But that's not going to win them games. So I understand to an extent, if Mike Tomlin wants to see if Russ can open things up just a little bit more. But doing it now when they're 4-2 and only 2 weeks from a bye. A myriad of reasons doesn't make Justin Fields isn't turning the football over. For all of those reasons, I go, really, Mike? We're doing this now? If you want to do it in 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now, okay. Justin has a really bad game. You want to get him out of there? Okay, I'll understand that. But this is kind of like, really? Yeah, it's what leads to theories like Matt and other people saying, well, maybe somebody else is forcing him to put Russ in. I get that.
He don't seem like the kind of guy who listens to other people talking and what they say, but maybe it is time where
at least not to digress too much, but he may have been one of those people who was ready to move on from Ben before Ben's final year and may have been convinced by the then owner, who really was the only of the three men in the triumvirate running the organization then who was on board with the idea. He may have been convinced, hey, let's let Ben ride off into the sunset. He may have been ready in the year where Justin Fields was coming out to move up and draft Justin Fields. But Ben was still around. And the organization might as well have been called the Pittsburgh Roethlisbergers at that point. Wow. I mean, you're right. He's very powerful. He now is the most powerful person in the organization, not named Rooney, Mike Tomlin. Okay. Very well respected for a lot of reasons, Dave. I get what you're saying. But I do think, look, if a man named Rooney walks down the hall to your office and says, hey, this is what we're doing, he's still not a man named Rooney.
Right. You're right. And Roethlisberger's wouldn't fit on the helmet anyway. It would be a long.
No, it'd be a mess.
Big Ben would fit, though. The Big Ben.
Nobody could spell it. It would be a mess. All right, let's show off all the tools. I mean, that's a Steeler talk. You're wearing the Penguin stuff. Yes, hockey season has started, and the Penguins are winning games very differently. They're scoring more goals than the Steelers are getting first downs in games. Like it's unbelievable what we're seeing. Are you doing stretching exercises? Is there any chance you're ready to go play net one night for the Pens? Because that is a problem, Christopher.
Well, the problem is twofold, David, since we're going with full names. And I did it first. It's my bad. So the problem is twofold. One, actually, I guess threefold. I'm going to get real complex on you here for a Friday.
Go deep.
I'm going to start with the fact that, the defense is not good. It's not. They keep guys like Ryan Graves around. It's not going to work out. No. So the defense is terrible. It's not physical enough to keep things clear in front of the net. Right. Twofold, your goaltender, the guy who's still technically your number one goaltender, probably won't be for much longer, is not the kind of goaltender in Tristan Jarry who is built to steal games or steal saves, right? Like he's
or play in the NHL.
I honestly think I'm not a huge fan of Jarry. No one in this town is.
Let's call a spade here. Like he gave up 3 goals in 12 minutes in his last game and got yanked.
I think if you took Jarry and put him in front or behind, I guess, a team that has at least a faint whim of a hope of playing defense, he'd be okay again.
Like the Mount Lebanon Mites. Like maybe like something like that. Maybe
a
the
Baldwin
High School team.
Yeah.
Like come on.
Baldwin High School famously has not gotten goaltenders, right, Dave? Let's not talk about it. John Gibson did not make the team in high school, and he's done okay. So anyway, so my point is this. One, they don't want to play defense.
Yep.
Tristan Jarry ain't that great.
Nope. But the kid's not bad. The kid's not bad.
Blomqvist, it should be their starter. Yeah.
Yep.
And he and Alex Nedeljkovic, once he's back from injury, he's doing a rehab stint in Wilkes-Barre right now. They should be the 1A and 1B. I very much agree that Blomqvist may be the guy. And at the very least, until he proves he's the guy, you have Nedeljkovic to fall back on. Nobody's going to take that contract to Jarry's. That's the problem. Third thing I'm going to add here, since I promised to get threefold on you, is the nostalgia show that the Penguins are now. I don't care if they want to play defense. By all means, give me Sid and Gino skating around out there chasing landmark goals. Give me that. Look, in Pittsburgh, Dave, you know this. We have long been in love with the beautiful game of hockey, right? La Magnifique. Yager doing the, mile high salute, all this stuff. We love pretty hockey. The one thing we don't like in this town, even if it wins us games, ugly hockey. Remember when Kevin Constantine was the coach here? And Jaromir Jagr was dying alive. And, all of that. The whole Everyone felt that way. Nobody liked Kevin Constantine style hockey. We wanted to see guys flying around scoring 5 and 6 a night. We, in our minds, always want 1980s fire wagon hockey. That's what we love.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have to sort of crank down and play 2-1 games in the playoffs to go win another cup? Sure. But we understand that's never happening again. More than likely it's not, right? Sid and Gino aren't riding off into the sunset with one more ride with Lord Stanley's Cup. So go out and score goals and break records and do all the fun stuff, man, and make it worth my $125 or whatever I got to pay to get into the place now by scoring some goals, lighten up the scoreboard.
Please.
All right. Well, I bet over 2.5 goals tonight for the Penguins against the Hurricanes. How do you feel about that tonight?
Freddie Anderson in net, right? For the Canes.
I think so. Yep.
Because over could be the play, but Blomqvist is in net tonight for you guys. And I bet the game over with the Penguins, the last game it flew over. It was 6-5 final in overtime. I could go back and do it again, but I think the kid can actually play. I think he actually a 4-2 win is possible for the Penguins tonight.
I was going to say, what's the game total?
6.5.
Yeah. I think that's a good call, actually, taking the Pens goal total and going over there. The Canes are kind of like, I want to say fits and starts because they really haven't played. But they played two or three games to this point.
2 games. Yeah, they're 1-1, and you guys have played 5. So I like the Penguins being more crisper on offense because they played more games together. And we've seen Sid already have a milestone 1,600 points. We've seen obviously a 500 goal plateau being hit. So these are as you're mentioning, they're playing well offensively right now. Defensively, they don't really seem to care. But I like just to say the Penguins are going to score 3 goals tonight.
Yeah, that's a really good call, Matt. That's I'm gonna go as soon as I'm done with you guys before I tune up the banjo.
Right,
I'm gonna go get that one in.
All right, you don't have to kiss his ass. All right, please.
What? I can't
seriously.
be nice to Matt too.
No. You can. That's fine. You can. Listen, we talk a lot of college football. We talk a lot of college football on this show. Okay.
When I pet another dog in the neighborhood,
I'm good with whatever you say. I just say you don't have to. Just always. I'm getting prepared
college
for what's
football.
coming.
I'm sorry.
It's all Patriots.
He's bracing what's coming in behind you.
It's all Patriots bullshit. We're doing a half hour on Patriots Jags.
Yikes.
The worst game of the goddamn week.
Ever.
And we got Boston guys coming in. Really good personalities. It's going to be nonsense. Everybody's going to be dropping their R's and saying all this other shit.
Emerson's dropping his R's, really?
They don't talk. They don't. Yeah. So listen, see, Matt.
I wanted to talk about accents, Dave. Jesus.
Right. Amen to that. Thank you.
Sorry. Go ahead. College football.
College football. Penn State's off. Pitt is off. They're both undefeated. There's big games this weekend. Texas is playing a big game against Georgia. Alabama's playing a big game against Tennessee. The SEC is all going to hopefully just cannibalize itself. Christopher, are you ready for the Penn State run? Is this real? Because we're talking about it. We could be in the playoff. We could be hosting a game up in Happy Valley in late December. Holy shit.
You know what's ironic about this? I said this to I was actually sitting in here the other day, and you remember Paul Alexander, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so he does.
How's Paulie doing? He always had perfect hair.
Still perfect. He was walking down the hall. He does news over at KDKA AM now, and I said he's a big Penn State guy too, and we were talking about the game and the comeback against USC, and I said, Paul, the irony of this is that in the first year where there's a 12-team playoff and James Franklin could get in at 10-2, you know what's going to happen. James Franklin's going to go freaking undefeated and not get to host a playoff game at home. He's going to have to go straight to the quarterfinal round. That's exactly how this thing plays out now. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it is. I really feel good about them against Ohio State in a couple of weeks because Will Howard sucks.
Fair.
And I really feel good. They don't have to play Oregon. That's it. That's all that's left on the schedule, unless they, fall on their faces at some point down the stretch. Beat Ohio State at home. They could be 12-0 going into the Big Ten championship game against Oregon.
I'm not ready.
They could win that 13-0, and then they don't get the home playoff game, which would suck because Happy Valley would be great for a home playoff game. You're right. But I like Penn State. They get past mistakes that they make early in games, and they're a big
way
second
too
half
many
team.
of those.
I know, but if they can put together a 60-minute effort, I mean, there's probably only 2 or 3 teams in the country that are better than them. One of them is Texas, because Texas is better than everybody.
Right.
I mean, Georgia's 1-5 ATS this year, guys. They're going to go to Austin. When that thing, by the way, when I watched what was going on last Saturday, I said to a friend via text, I said, this has to be 4.5. Georgia going to Austin. Has to be. And then it opened up at what, like 2.5, I think, in some places. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm the dummy. But here we are. We're at 5 in some spots now, right? And that's a little bit of a dead number. So I wouldn't be the least bit shocked if even more comes in on Texas and we're staring at like 6 by tomorrow afternoon. And guess what? I'll still lay it because Texas is that damn good. And Georgia's offense is a disaster because Carson Beck isn't an NFL quarterback.
First game in 50 games that Georgia will be a dog coming up here against Texas. The other team that Dave mentioned that is arguably closer in your backyard, but maybe not as many fans in Pittsburgh. What do you make of Pitt? I mean, are people talking? Do they get like, on a sports talk rundown? Is Pitt coming in? Are you guys all
huge.
Penn State Steelers, or does Pitt get some love?
No, traditionally, at least at our sister station, The Fan, where I used to work, they are the Pitt flagship. So Pitt gets more run than even Penn State. And this year, look, they're worthy of it, man. They're in a conference that's winnable. They're one of 2 undefeated teams in that conference right now. That's what's wild. Pitt and Miami are the only true undefeated teams in that conference. Clemson is undefeated in ACC play, and that's still a big obstacle given the way they've played the last month or so. Eli Holstein is the reason. I know they can run the ball. I know, but the defense is Holstein is the reason. If they're going to continue on this run and do anything, maybe arrive in the ACC championship game, Holstein's going to be it. This kid is legit. He was recruited by Bama. He is a big-time player.
Still makes those freshman mistakes, though, Chris.
He does, but Nico
is
making the same mistakes in Knoxville. And, that's just – you got to deal with that when you got a freshman quarterback, as talented as they may be. And he may make a backbreaker at some point, Dave, this year, where everybody goes, same old Pitt. I don't think it will be. This kid's good. I've talked to some people down in Louisiana who watched him play in high school who are like, no, this dude's got a legit arm. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
He's unflappable. He don't get phased by nothing.
There are people at LSU who would rather have him than Nussmeier right now. So, yeah, that is something, and a lot of it has to do with up here.
Okay.
So that's something to watch with Holstein. As long as he continues to play well and gets past the mistakes, to bring it full circle to how we were talking about Fields at the beginning of the conversation, I think Pitt's got a legit shot to arrive, at the very least, arrive in the ACC championship.
They're going to beat
game.
Syracuse on Thursday night, aren't they? I mean, you get a Thursday night game, they better be
off a bye.
If not, that's a classic Narduzzi pitting. I mean, Pitt right down the side of your leg,
Oh, I like what you did there. All right, sir. I know you got to go spin the records and all that other stuff. We'll get you out of here. Congratulations on speaking to your high school about, a media guy. I saw that. What was that like?
I've done it a couple times, but never with everybody else. So for anybody outside of Pittsburgh, this doesn't mean anything. But Baldwin High School used to be one of the biggest high schools in Pittsburgh. Over the years, it has shrunk a little bit. It's still a pretty big school, not known for its athletics. It would be huge if our football team got to the playoffs back in the day. Still is.
But anyway, in hockey, anyway.
Congratulations. I mean, join the club.
It was a big deal.
Guys built like this were playing on the teams, Dave. I mean, come on. So anyway, a whole bunch of us who work in local media, sports media in Pittsburgh, there were 7 of us, which is just crazy. That number all coming from the same high school, even if it is over the course of decades. 7 of us, including the great Guy Junker, Pittsburghers know that name. Legend, yeah. Who I once worked for at ESPN back in the day. We all got together and talked to the kids. And I tried to scare them straight a little bit. One of the kids, one of the final questions, Dave, was this girl, very nice girl, raises her hand in the back and she's like, what would you say? Have you had any struggles in your career in the media? And how have you worked through them? And somebody gave a nice cliched answer about, I don't know, changing jobs or something. And I was like, here's your scared straight moment, kid. I was like, you see this? This business, this is the struggle, kids.
Yeah.
if you can get through getting fired for no good reason from this job and then this job and then that job and then moving to this job and then back to this job, and maybe you'll deliver papers on the side or sell hotel rooms or do this or do that. You're going to do a million different things, anything you can to make the ends meet. And if you still love it at the end of the day, then you'll know this is perfect for you. So that's the struggle, getting through everything, all of the, pardon my French, shit, and coming out on the other side like Andy Dufresne to find out that it's really what you want to do.
It's a great point. I mean, I teach at UNLV where I teach, I preach the same exact thing, that you better love it, because if you don't love it,
you're going to find out real quick.
Yeah, you're going to find out real quick. There's other things you can do to make more money with less stress and less bullshit and lies and people saying one thing and doing another. This is one of the most difficult industries to understand why what happened to you actually happened to you. And you normally don't find out until like 2 or 3 years later.
Oh, yeah.
When you see somebody on the street and you're like, what the hell happened with that? And you're like, well, actually, this guy said this, and this is why we made that. And you're like, oh, well, that makes more sense as to what they told me.
That's why I was good at what I did, but got fired anyway. Okay. Shareholders got it.
It's a pain in the ass for sure. Chris, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the game.
Great weekend, boys.
Give me a score. Hold on the way out. Give me a score. Pittsburgh, what happens?
Geez, it's gonna be
covering.
They're
getting 2 at home.
Yes, they will. 19-16 is the final score.
Under.
Somebody kicks a field goal. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that it's Chris Boswell and the Steelers walk-off winners after a big TJ Watt strip sack late.
Bam!
Big TJ Watt. Chris Mack, thank you, my friend. Good stuff.
Thanks, boys.
See you, Mack.
That is the one and only Chris Mack in Pitt. What? No, don't be doing that here.
No. That was his song. That's just a walkout song.
Yeah, that was whose walkout song? Your walkout song or his walkout song?
Return of the Mack could be anybody's walkout song.
But it makes more sense for Chris Mack to have Return of the Mack.
It makes perfect sense for Chris
Mack
to have.
It fits.
Very jealous of that.
As soon as E gets here, we will start the London portion of the program. We're just waiting on Emerson. He's probably walking the dogs. This is what he tends to be walking around. So
the 15. He said the 15. He said the 15. Emerson texted the 15. He tweeted it.
Well, he tweeted himself. I told him to be here just after the top of the hour because Fitzy follows directions because Fitzy's here. So it's E. I just told E. I texted us to get in front of your camera, you goofball. Or we can just get on and talk Fitzy.
Well, he's probably the problem with Emerson is that he could be naked.
Only one problem. Only one problem with Emerson.
No, there's many problems, but if you get him early, like it may be a premature
what
Emersonation ejaculation thing. Yeah,
ejaculation. What?
You just can't have Emerson early. He knows the ish time and all that other crap. But
so we're saying Emerson can't come early. Is that what you're saying? That's what we're saying. Okay, just to be clear as to what I'm hearing you say, just to make sure that's accurately what we're saying here, right? That's what we're saying.
I would guess that he does not. I would guess
for the first time in the history of this show, guys.
$4.
We actually can throw up $4 individually on this damn screen. It is Fitzy GFY. It is Emerson Latzia. EEI, iHeartRadio, Odyssey. We're crossing streams. We're fucking everything up in Boston here on the program.
He's wearing pants.
He's wearing
Thank God he's wearing pants.
But he has an iron? What do you have an iron for?
Whoa. The fact that we are not beholden to any producers or any replay possibilities.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the spectacular preview of Her Majesty's Royal Jaguars against the New England Patriots.
Oh my God! What are we doing? What are we doing? We're talking about the Patriots and the Jaguars.
Hold on. First of all, look at this factory of sadness I'm broadcasting from. Meanwhile, Emerson got a room at the W Hotel just to do this fucking Zoom.
This is called being married, you son of a bitch. That's why I moved my iron.
Right.
I moved my iron because if my wife comes across this stream on her timeline, she's going, "Why'd you leave the iron in the background?"
Emerson,
this is married with kids,
right?
Fitzy.
Yes.
and banished to the basement in his own room. Don't come out. Leave the shit alone.
Yeah.
And then this is Married with Dogs Only.
Yes.
Emerson with his perfectly trimmed beard, his
Right.
afternoons at the sauna, and everything else that he's doing. It's two different things.
Dude, I'm sorry, Pearl. Once you emailed us that this was uncensored, I said I'm fucking all in.
Here we go.
I'm no longer. I'm not putting a filter on my mouth, and
don't
I
need
want
to.
Fitzy to take an absolute dump on the Jaguars' chest right now, because if he doesn't, I will.
Oh,
This is the bidet bowl.
A full-blown Duval steamer is coming your way. Don't you worry about it.
Fitzy, they're 6-point dogs.
6 points. And I'm
Who
going
made
to.
this number?
In what universe do the Jags have any business being 9-point favorites over the Patriots? Because if it's 6 points at Wembley, that basically means it would be 9 points at the fish tank in Florida. What the
It
fuck?
would. I'm telling you right now, dude.
Disgusting
I'm
state of
serious.
affairs.
When that line hit the DK Sportsbook on Sunday, I said, "What? Who are people not watching the Jaguars play football right now?
No,
They're
nobody
fucking
is.
clueless." And the
Right.
face of American terrorism, Doug Peterson, continues to wander up and down the sidelines there. I'm telling you, there would have been a better chance of him getting fired last week if they weren't doing this dumbass back-to-back, games in London. But hey, I want the Patriots. I want Drake May to take his hog out and just absolutely pound the living shit.
Down,
out of
boy. Down.
Peterson, Press Taylor, Trent Baalke, get them the fuck out of my city. Done.
Oh,
Okay.
Listen, as I'm dealing with all these people that call into EEI and at the stadium and online, they're all like, I don't want him to win another game because right now we're number one in Tankathon and we need a left tackle and a wide receiver. And like losing begets losing. Like
Right.
losing gets you nothing more than a front row to the loser matinee in Loserville when you get out of the loser car getting dumped by your loser girlfriend. You need to, unfortunately, just like Tom Brady now writes on his effing masthead, just win, baby. And this Sunday, this would be, if the Pats are going to win one game the rest of the year, if they're going to give the fans, who obviously will curry no sympathy from anyone else in the world, because when I'm all done with this, Dave, I can go on upstairs and I can lay in a pile of my Super Bowl and AFC Championship sweatshirts and scarves and cry myself to a mid-afternoon's drunken nap. I get it. But what a perfect occasion. Go ahead and sneak that vape in like you're Mike McDaniel on the fucking sideline in Buffalo.
Hey, you shut the fuck up. This is uncensored.
Holy
I can
shit.
fucking vape if
I had
want.
no idea. You invited fucking Hannity on here?
I had no idea either. You didn't know.
Hold
on.
This is my,
Shit, it's
this is
at
my
Emerson-
coping mechanism.
Yeah, more like Emerson Lotsia drugs in this guy's fucking system. Am I right? Jesus.
So good.
Oh my God, the vape. Have no fear, the vape crusader is here.
Guys, I'm telling you, I
I
need the
just thought
Patriots.
that was so sneaky. Go ahead, Fitzy. What?
It's not. I wasn't trying to be sneaky. If I was trying to be sneaky, I would have fucking walked off screen and not hit my
Right.
vape. But I said, I
Have
don't
you
give
or
a shit.
have you answer the question? Have you or have you not ever before butt vaped?
I have butt vapes. I have butt funneled. I have done everything anally. Okay. I would let my wife peg me if she was down. For that.
Peralt, this is the preview the people demand and need. This is better analysis than you'll get on any network Sunday.
Amen to that. Yes.
Hi, everybody. Rich Eisen trying to pretend that none of us actually just want to drink Kool-Aid and go meet a comet in space rather than wake up and watch this toilet bowl. Get out of here.
1 in 5
It's not the
football
toilet
games.
bowl. I have dubbed it the bidet bowl.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
the bidet
fine.
bowl since
Yes.
we're across the pond.
Okay, hold on.
I'm
Fitzy,
shocked
I
that
just-
hasn't gone viral.
To put this thing back on the track for 1 second.
Why?
So the Patriots are being really coy about Drake May and this MRI that he got.
Right.
He's going over there. He even said it today. We don't talk about injuries.
Mhm.
But does he have a knee injury? Because if he does, why is he playing in this game in London?
Right. Well, I mean, so all the beat writers that you can trust all said that he walked through the locker room, didn't look like he had a limp, everything looks okay. It probably, I mean, could it be a small knee injury or the kind of thing that doesn't necessitate being listed as questionable, let alone having a DNP? Possibly. I don't know. I mean, listen, if anything, people should be excited about the fact that the Patriots are getting back to their potentially sneaky, if not cheaty ways. You know what we haven't done since we since we started being an open book and playing by everyone else's rules? We haven't won a goddamn thing.
Win, dude.
At least now we're getting right.
The Steelers are doing it. The Steelers are doing it. It's Friday.
Yeah. By the way, Tomlin is fucking with all of us. It's going to be Kyle Allen coming out of that tunnel on Sunday night against the Jets.
I can't wait.
Mark my words, buddy. Mark my words.
I'd love to see old man Roethlisberger come out. Overweight Terry Bradshaw, doesn't matter. Just the Russell Wilson experience. Is anyone looking forward to that?
No. Russ is.
I am.
Yeah.
I want to
Russ
see
is number
nothing.
one.
I want to see the world burn. I don't give a shit.
Don't
I'm a
you
fan
guys
of the
want
Jaguars.
us to beat the Jets?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I forgot about your Pittsburgh.
I forgot about that. Yeah, okay.
No,
All right, you can win this week. There are a few things. There are a few other Schadenfreuds I prefer more than watching Jets fans just in a pile of gabagool. Just
trying to explain themselves.
They got Devontae. They're going to win every game. Fitz,
No, they're not going to win every game.
You sound pathetic. You have Aaron Rodgers, who is washed. All it takes are these shit ass eyes to watch a football game. Oh, let me go get like my 31-year-old best buddy. It's like, holy shit. And if you're supposed to be that good of a wide receiver, okay, then you should be able to work with our Lord and Savior, former Jaguar under center,
Gardner
Mr.
Minshew.
Thank you.
That's right.
Mr.
The old mud flap himself.
I'm just like, come on, Dave. You guys got this. Steelers defense, pretty decent. They've been doing great for me in fantasy. Everyone cares about my fantasy team. Fitzy, I can't help but, Fitzy, I can't help but, small takeaway from the way you introduced that from the beat writers you can trust. Is that a knock on Volan being the only guy who was reporting about the MRI?
He wasn't the only one. He was the first one. I'm sure he got the MRI. What I was saying was the likes of like Karen Garigian and others said, hey, I saw him at practice. He walked through the locker room, no limp, no hitch, no giddy up, and everything looks fine. Look, he could be a little bit tweaked for all I know. Like,
right.
And considering that he is, and I was just writing about all this crap for WEI right now, like this team, like Gerard Mayo needs a big, bright, shiny object over here and to take away from the Barmore incident and Javon Baker going Instagram Live with the cops and the tragic circumstances surrounding Peppers and Jalen Polk arguing now with him. Like, this has been a nice little takeoff to the flight, but they have experienced a major freaking turbulence the last couple of weeks. Robert Kraft also wants to, prove people that, on the international stage last year, it was old backfoot Mack. Congratulations. You're welcome. I hope you're enjoying the Mac Jones experience with all of its petulance, defiance, and bitchy attitude. So now
I love him. I love Mac Jones. He's a fucking Jags legend. You keep his fucking name out of your mouth, buddy. All right.
All right. When he throws the game-winning interception on Sunday, sealing the deal for the Patriots. Oh my God.
No one will be happier than me. I'm telling you right now, the Jags need to lose this game because I bet Patriots money line, and then I bet over.
Same.
I bet
money line in the over.
Game.
Pay for Chris. I'm telling everybody that will listen to me right now, Pat's money line in the over will pay for the holidays. 42.5. This might go over in the first half. Are you shitting me?
What if Brissett plays though?
What are you talking about? Mays already said he's going. They were doing a stupid fucking press conference. And
I don't believe any of them.
Did you hear him today? He got up in front of the international media and someone asked him like, "Excuse me, why should the British root for your team?" And he was like, I think it starts with the name. We're New England. And I just wanted someone to stand up and be like, "Hi, Drake. That's not how it works. They don't like us because." Yeah, so never mind. Just go ahead and do Sling Blade with touchdowns. That's all we all want. Like them some French
Revolutionary War. That's what it's called.
And you know what? I'll tell you what. This freaking game is our revenge for the War of 1812. You want to come burn the White House down? We're capable of doing that ourselves. Donald Trump.
We tried it
a few years ago. So you know what you guys get? Hey, you come over here and you steal all of our superhero roles with Christian Bale and Henry Cavill and Tom Holland. You know what you guys get? Pats at Jags, mother effers.
That's right.
Enjoy that.
Hey,
Suck on
they
that
love
thing.
the Jaguars over there. Also, like last week when
Yeah,
Goodell was
the Brits are used to overpriced Jags being in the shop. You know what I'm talking about, babe?
Hey. When Goodell last week was like, yeah, we could do like a London Super Bowl. And I immediately thought, why? That's why I said we fucking fought the Revolutionary War, so shit like this didn't have to happen.
Right.
It's dumb as shit, but I don't know. Watch the Jags make the Super Bowl 1 year in my lifetime.
Please.
And it's going to be the one fucking time that they're in London.
Yeah.
That's
right.
That's
the
what's
one
going to
time.
happen.
You're going to have to go. Speaking of dumb shit, all right, the Raiders are a mess, an absolute mess, right? They trade Devontae. And then 2 days ago, a standing ovation for fucking Tom Brady. Like, he walked in and, hey, Tom's here. He's going to fix everything. He can't even go to the meetings to go broadcast the games. They paid him $300 million. That's one thing. But then somebody, this guy in this box above me, even hinted that Bill Belichick could be the coach of the Fitzy, stop shaking your head up.
Oh, no.
That's real.
That's going to happen. Oh, absolutely. Can you imagine that? Just Brady now employing Belichick.
Point.
Like that makes all the sense in the world. It makes
does. You think Bill wants to be Tom's employee?
Well, first of all, where do all old acts go to flame out and die? They go out to Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's when you know you're old. It's like one of your favorite bands is doing a residency in Vegas. You're like, fuck, I'm old as shit now.
It makes all the sense in the world for Belichick to have a Vegas residency, number one. And number two, awesome. Just reuniting the greatest brain trust in the history of the NFL, but now as owner and coach. I mean, I don't know how much Belichick would be able to do with freaking, Gardner Minshew, Jacoby Myers, and Aiden O'Connell, who looks like every supporting character in a freaking, Judd Apatow comedy. God, what a freak that guy looks like.
They're all NPCs.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, God,
dude, Belichick wouldn't do great in Vegas. I'm just talking as the city.
Well,
like, he'd break up with his 24-year-old
in his defense, old guys dating 26-year-olds are kind of
He's
the norm
doing
here.
Pretty good
It
now.
would fit in well here in Vegas to have nobody would bat an eye about his 26-year-old girlfriend here. I mean, the owner's dating a 30-year-old, so he's 70-something. So it all fits in the whole wheelhouse here. It would work.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just, Nantucket and Vegas are a little far from each other. I understand. It's going to be difficult when Belichick goes out there, and whenever they decide to take a road trip, he has to still rent the car because obviously.
Dude. But driving the car, you know what he'll get when he's driving for renting the car.
But I think that makes sense. I just don't understand. Listen, the NFL in any capacity is a better place, no matter to whatever degree Tom Brady can get involved with. There's nothing the guy doesn't touch that doesn't look better, seem better, etc. But I have two questions going into this. A, if we're going to just be coming freshly off of, I am Tom Brady and I am a Patriot.
Right.
Like grown men weeping and orgasming all over Gillette Stadium that night in that beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Could the Crafts have not just I don't know if this was ever broached, but could they not have just done a little truffle slice of ownership off just to keep Tom? Keeping him in the family would have made so much sense. Another one of these, Dave, if Drake May and the possible knee injury and everything is the bright, shiny object over here, Robert Kraft needs to make good for the Hamburg experience last year and to hopefully go 3-0 at Wembley Stadium and make, distract from the fact that Alex Van Pelt's offense is as exciting as that fucking Coleco game I used to play in 1982 in the back of my mom's Caprice wagon.
Yes.
Like Brady, but between that and the statue and everything, that would have been fans would have been like, you have just extended my dynasty boner for 5 more years. It's fine. Right. I don't care how bad Mayo might be or what else is going on. So one, why not get him involved in the family with even a tiny bit of ownership? And two, How in the tits is Brady supposed to be a critical analyst delivering?
He can't.
He can't. He's so Emerson.
be.
He's so compromised right now.
Dude, so the report that I read was those rules, and this may have to do with a lot of why he has been sucking since he started. In my opinion, he just hasn't been great.
He's awful.
Has he gotten better since week 1? Yes, but like by that much.
Yeah.
Why has he not gotten tremendously better? Which anybody who knows the game as well as him should be getting better at that point, because those restrictions were in place at the start of the year with the anticipation.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's like now that everybody knows it, now it's so obvious that, buddy, you can't do your job to the best of your ability because of those restrictions. And I would think for someone like him, such a perfectionist, wants to be the best at everything that he does, I think he hangs on to the Super Bowl because Fox has the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then I think maybe he either walks away.
Yeah.
I don't know if they come to some deal or something, but it makes no sense that there's like a buyout, that there's some fucking owner in the booth who
completely
can't say shit.
You want to know why he can't say shit? Because he may be criticizing future employees.
Yeah. We can't. I mean, he can't criticize the refs. He can't do anything of critical, and he can't talk about the young quarterbacks. I mean, we talked about this earlier in the week. Like, go back to the Brady on the LeBron James, whatever that show was called, with the barbershop on Max.
Oh, Homeboys in Outer Space.
Whatever they were doing,
Something like that.
And he just flamethrowed every quarterback, and he flamethrowed the league.
It was the shop, yeah.
The shop, thank you, yeah. About how
he was
bad,
great with Cowherd too in the summer when he was doing his ramp ups. He was
because
great.
that's Brady. Brady wants to motherfuck the whole league. He wants to point out lack of quarterback development, lack of offense ingenuity. The rules suck. The kickoffs suck. He wants to. That's what he wants to say, and he can't say any.
And that's what I want. And that's what Emerson wants to hear. That's what I want to retweet. That's what we need right now. Adam Schefter was on EI earlier this week, and we asked him about the whole like conflict of interest thing. And he got into like Michigan man, very defensive posture of like, are we really questioning Tom Brady? I mean, he doesn't need to go to facilities. Do you think Tom Brady can't call an NFL game if he doesn't sit down in the facility the night before? Like, actually, even though Tom Brady knows more about the on-field game and still has some incredible experience, relationships with a lot of contemporaries in the league, why not be able to go and just be like, honestly, Kevin, when we were at practice the other day, I noticed they were workshopping this play. I'm not surprised to see it. Or the competitor in me said, I never would have run this play, but he can't. Instead, it's just like, hi, I'm Tom Brady. Hi.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin,
could you imagine, like,
Brady.
was it the Sunday night game or the Monday night game that had like the 22 penalties or something? It was like fucking ridiculous. Yeah. And him not being able to criticize the refs, him being like, these guys have a tough job. And, it's you got to give them a little bit of leeway here.
UK Patriots. Look at that.
I'm breaking this out mostly to dry my tears because 12 years ago, I was over at Wembley the last time the Pats played.
Oh, wow.
It was when they beat the Rams 45-7 and Gronk at the touchdowns and
did the whole
did the Big Bang clock. He called the guards the TikTok guy.
Yeah.
Little did he realize that he would, what a TikTok guy was years later. Right. But I just want to say, Emerson, I don't know if you've ever been over to see a Jaguars game over in London. It is the most, outside of going to the playoffs or Super Bowl, it is the most fun I have ever had going to see an NFL game. Just
really.
Oh God, the chanting and the cheering. It's 90,000 people at Wembley. They're just singing the entire time. You fill both legs with Carlsberg for breakfast, and then it's just nothing but Heinekens and Amstels and the rest of the day. And
I love it.
Oh my God!
I threw it out to my wife. Like, was it last year or the year before? It's like, 'cause she's from Buffalo. She's a Bills fan. It was the Bills and Jags there a year or two ago. Yeah. I said, this is a perfect opportunity. We've always talked about going overseas to Europe together for the first time. And she was like, nah, I don't want that to be like the focal point. I said, no, we'll do whatever the fuck you want for a week, week and a half, 2 weeks while we're there. Give me one day. And also you get to see your team. She shot it down. Now she's going to London on a girls trip out of the country for the first time in December. And that's okay, guys, because you know what? Toodaloo, honey. I'll be in Vegas with you fuckers during that time.
Oh, yeah.
I will be in my competitive hot dog eating mask, my assless chaps.
Oh no!
With your mother-in-law inside your house, Hanging with your.
Yeah,
hanging with
gonna
your
get
Wait,
dog.
hold on a second. I'm completely ready to spend the night on the roof of a hotel, get a Mike Tyson tattoo. Like if any four humps were ever more designed and prepared to live out the hangover IRL, it's us.
It's us.
December in Vegas. It's an open invitation.
Yeah.
Fitzy.
Hell yeah.
See,
Come
I
on
got
in.
it. Who
You
are
can
they
do it.
playing on that trip? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Falcons. The Falcons and the Raiders, December 16th. So I'll get in like the 15th, and I'm going fucking straight to either Dave's house or I'm going straight to Matt's house, and we're getting fucked up.
Fitzy, I have to ask you this because this has been a very weird thing for us guys of this age. So 20 years ago, yesterday was the steal. 20 years ago today was the walk-off Big Poppy home run we'll see in New York. Or sorry, or RBI single we'll see in New York moment. 15 years ago today, Tom Brady threw 5 touchdown tosses in one quarter up against the Titans.
59-0. I was there. Yeah, it was amazing.
In the snow, destroyed the Titans. Are we old? That this is all like we're living in the in the past constantly, or do you enjoy this because it gets to go back and relive what was 20 years of dominance? Because the Celtics are still defending champs, and we've got more things coming.
Basketball season.
Oh, dude. Oh, no. Number one, I know for a fact. Number one, yes, we're old, and that's not just because I got pre-screened for a colonoscopy yesterday, and I plan on.
And it doesn't even hurt.
And I plan on
penetration.
This
pre-screening, Emerson. It's a pre-screen.
It's a pre-screen.
Okay, I didn't know if they were like, let's go a little bit in.
No. Dave, you have to understand in Emerson's world, a pre-screen is a conversation in the huddle where Trevor goes, "Hey, can anyone get open?"
Yeah. No.
Well, am I too beautiful? You want me to turn water into wine? Hello?
Yeah. I'd be like, stop looking at me, Trevor. You beautiful.
Jesus,
man.
you beautiful. He's like a talented sphinx that has a dink.
You know what?
I plan on getting the rest of the colonoscopy on Sunday.
There you go.
But, there you go.
Right,
and hold on, I landed
After the game.
It was a choppy flight, but I landed the joke. All right, good. But yes, we are getting old. And number 2, Matt. I mean, anyone will probably tell you whether you're within the confines of Pats Nation, Red Sox Nation, New England, whatever, or outside where they hate us because they ain't us. And I'm looking at you, Dave. There literally was almost too much over 20 years. It's like our Boston sports fandom was a really good Christopher Nolan movie, and we have to go back and watch it 5 times just to go
fully get it. Yeah.
Holy shit. Like I had no idea. Look at that Easter egg. I had no idea. Look how beautiful this scene is. Oh my God. McConaughey is that beautiful. Oh, DiCaprio's in this. Holy shit. I forgot. Like
And then
so much happened.
spin-offs. Like now that you said it, anything is possible happened in that time. And then, sneak in a Stanley Cup in there too, just on the side.
We're bringing this sucker home. We're all Patriots.
And now fall.
Unequivocally the sweetest.
Oh God, that's such a that line is so.
Too bad we didn't have Wes Weckl out there and Gasprowski splitting the uprights and whatever else mumbles Benino. It's like we had so many characters and so many definitive moments and so many outrageous things. Yeah, I mean, and with Jacksonville, they had
what?
we have fucking nothing. You know what we had about 20 years ago? We had a fucking punter chopping wood in the locker room because of Jack Del Dildo, and the fucking punter missed the fucking chunk of wood.
Keep giant. Hey guys, this is a giant metaphor. Yeah, but what if that giant metaphor slices my femoral artery?
That was our best player. He was a Pro Bowl punter. So fuck you guys. That set us up. We haven't been the same.
You know what? Now our best player is a punter as well now. So I know your pain.
That's very true.
You know what you are? You're like the hand that punches through the earth in Evil Dead and drags us all down to your hell, Emerson. I like it back where I used to be when my teams.
I like
That's
winning.
why
winning was more fun.
That is why the Jags need to lose. They'll be 1-11 if you look at their schedule. Lose to the Patriots, and then you're going to lose to a bunch of other fucking teams here coming up, including
who gets the first pick in the draft? Is it Jags or Patriots?
Carolina.
Carolina will.
Oh,
yeah.
Carolina is literally like Carolina is like a Five Below that caught fire, and then the fire spread to a dollar store, and then the whole mall went up.
Just going.
Yeah. All I know is
What
I
a
just want the
show.
Jags to be able to draft Travis Hunter so we can ruin his career as well. That's all I want right now. And it'll probably be Mike Vrabel as our head coach.
Really?
Maybe Brian Dable is our offensive coordinator.
Oh, God.
And you know what? If Bill Belichick was smart, he'd come in and be the defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, God. What are
Yeah.
we doing? What are
Right.
we what are
Are
we
Imagine
doing?
either
that.
of you guys watching baseball at all? Are you
No.
rooting
What the
against
fuck?
the Yankees?
No.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, you have to be rooting against the Yankees.
I
There's
almost
lots
I
of
was at a trivia night last night at a bar, and I almost spilled when I saw that home run, the walk-off for the Guardians, because every win against the Yankee, every defeat of the Yankees, especially in walk-off fashion, is a win for America.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
like a cat is born, an angel gets its wings, somebody bites a perfectly medium rare steak, sex is made, everything, all the good things in life.
It's absolutely the truth. I want to go back to the former Patriot for 1 second, Fitzy. Do you like the fact that
Good
Emerson?
conversation there. Good baseball
No,
conversation.
I just got baseball. Bye.
We're done.
Do you like?
Excuse me, sir. Can I get a new drink? This one's too bitter.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for a Jacksonville on the rocks.
Haven't
Thank
we
you.
done enough Patriots, please?
No, I'm curious because right now you have former Patriots. Brady obviously is in the media.
Yeah.
But all of these former Patriot getting gigs, and now it's wild to me because they're here in Vegas. I mean, we're watching guys come in. Is it too much? Because Dave said it's too much Patriots. Is it too much Patriots all in the media? Because it feels like we've got 3 guys in the media now. If you expand it to the local side of things, it's like 10 guys
Right.
that played a part of the dynasty, all part of the Patriots.
Mhm.
Is it too much?
You've got Belichick on every app, channel, stream. I think Belichick is over.
By the way, he's
Oh, see
grown
that?
on me.
That's
In the
interesting
media.
because like Belichick is growing on other people with being on Coach and doing the weather on the Today Show.
The coach
and,
thing sucks. I'm talking mainly the Manning
Manning
thing, 'cause
cast.
I
He's
love
great on
seeing
the
how
Manning cast.
pissed- I love how pissed he gets when people just make stupid plays. Like the one time
Yep.
Carr, like 2 weekends ago,
Right.
like threw up a pass. He said, "Oh yeah, just throw it up for another interception." And he also, when they showed Taylor Swift that one night, and he
He
goes,
ripped her.
"Ugh."
That's great. Yeah, he's like, oh
Yeah,
God.
and then he tried to hide it. Then
Yeah,
he tried
right.
to like make up for it after awkward 7 seconds of silence, Matt. And he was like, "Travis
Oh.
Kelce's having a good night."
Yeah. It's like you tell
And also every time that he gets involved in like little clapbacks with Eli and Peyton, like they've got such long storied histories together. I'll never get again a luxury of riches, long history. That's great. I love that too. All the other stuff like appearances on Food Network and all that shit. I don't need that from Belichick. But D-Mac on Sunday Night Football. James White is making a career for himself as well. Edelman's got the podcast on Fox.
Damian
I mean,
Woody's
I
gone.
don't know.
Woody-
Woody's
I mean,
out
it
there.
never
Teddy
stops.
Bruschi. How could you argue? But how could you argue with all of it? Just so long as you get to every Sunday on Fox, you get to watch Gronk fight the English language to complete a sentence. I mean,
dude.
Hey, he's plus 180 too. If you're going to make a line against the English language. I mean,
true.
it's-
Yeah, he's a dog.
No. I would take Oxford, Strunk, White, anyone that he's up against any given Sunday as well. But yeah, no, I can understand why people would believe that there's not a conspiracy, but there's a glut of Patriots out there. But again, that they were all so good together and they were always smart. It shows what a good job they did drafting and developing those early guys. I don't think you're going to see.
I mean, it also shows that they all have a fucking personality.
They're
Right.
calling Coach in an underdog commercial for the pick. Like, there's no limit anymore to what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
well,
over. It's over. I mean, even as a Patriot person, I'm laughing. I'm just like, because Edelman clips are, I mean, when Edelman and Gronk get together and bust on Brady, I can't get enough of that. I just think it's hysterically funny because you get a look into like who Tom Brady really is.
Right.
And like,
I
it's like
like
Tom's
that.
getting really pissed off about that. You can't say that. Or like Tom called me the last time we talked. about
Welcome back, everyone, to the celebrity roast of Antoine Randall L. featuring nobody.
this. True. Right.
Nobody gives a shit.
True.
Hey,
Very
former
true.
Steeler Antoine Randall L.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
This was absolutely
All right.
tremendous. We have to do this again soon.
I do
it's
this. I
over?
would do this any Friday, any day of the week, anytime. Like slap a sponsor on this so I can stop doing all those other responsible things.
I'm in.
Dave, just
Fucking
tell me
I'm in.
why
Let's
real
do it.
quick before I make a really absurd business decision tomorrow and like liquidate all of my assets so I can put it into Patriots money line and the over. Tell me why I should be trepidatious.
Oh.
It's the Patriots.
What if the Patriots defense plays really good?
Okay.
Why would they do
He
that?
means the
It
over.
doesn't matter.
He means
It
for the
doesn't
over.
matter.
I'm worried
Gabe,
for the
Gabe
total.
Davis will catch a few touchdowns in garbage time. Push it
Brian
over.
Brian Thomas will get one probably.
Yes.
If the punters punt really well,
Yeah.
offenses are
Good
limited.
punting.
The winner may only score 21 points. This could be
No way, dude.
21-17 and an under.
Well,
That's I don't see it happening. I'm not saying that it will. I would rather know Drake May's good and will play the whole game and be fine, because if he plays, I really, really like the over as
Dude,
well. And I think you're thinking
fucking
right.
Joe Flacco. Okay. Joe fucking Flacco threw 4 or 5 touchdowns against this defense. It was the only game that the Jacksonville Jaguars have won, and they tried to lose that in the last minute and a half of that contest.
That's true.
I'm telling you, Drake May is going to throw 4 fucking touchdowns.
Wow.
Or on Sunday.
4?
Yeah. Mark it. Mark it 0,
So how many
Donnie.
is Pop getting? Is Pop getting 2? We going Pop Douglas 2 touchdowns?
I would take him
why
on
the
an
fuck
anytime
not?
tutty prop in a heartbeat. Oh, absolutely. If Ramondre plays, that's also a factor
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson, looks like he wants to fill in for Danny Amendola on Dancing with the Stars. Like, hit the hole, Donnie. Hit the freaking hole.
I got to ask you guys one
Donnie.
more quick. Does the 9
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Does the 9:30
I got a hole
start
you can hit,
fuck up your
Donnie.
day back east, because it starts at 6:30 in the morning out
That's
here in
Yeah,
Vegas.
see that's how time works, Dave.
But this is for the people
Call
that are
time
listening to
zone,
the show.
Dave.
Listen, we
See,
got 9 countries
So
watching
it
this,
goes-
Fitzy.
See, it's
I don't
5
know
hours in
the
advance
time
over
it
there,
is.
so it starts at
you
2:30 there, and it's
Dude,
9:30 here. It's
what's this?
6:30 on the West Coast.
Do you
want me
like
to do Mountain and
the
Central?
9:30 start? Because if you keep watching it and you like it, they're going to move more games to this time. Do you
I
like this
love
start
brunch
time?
football. Are you shitting me?
Yeah. It's
We don't
awesome,
here.
dude. I'm hammered by
6:30 is-
9
we don't like it
a.m.
here. 6:30.
Like,
We're
come
early.
on.
Oh, absolutely,
And there's
absolutely
probably-
blasted before the sun comes up. Then you can actually take a disco nap and restart the day. You get basically 2 Sundays in one.
I would
That's a
stay
weekend
up
every week.
all fucking night
That's a
if I
weekend.
lived in Vegas.
Yeah,
I
we
would just
get it all
stay
the
up
time.
all night,
10
watch
a.m.
it,
football
and
is
then go to
awesome.
bed at noon.
But 6:30 football is really
I would.
6:30 a.m.
Out, guys.
I'm such an addict. I would take Tuesday night football would be my favorite show. I don't give a shit what kind of deleterious effects it has on their bodies and brains.
The only good thing about the pandemic is we ended up getting NFL football every night of the week at some point during the
right.
pandemic.
Do you remember that Wednesday Ravens Pittsburgh game where
I
like
remember.
RG3
Fucked
came
us up.
in?
We were this close to 5,000, me and him. They moved that game and
We
they
moved that
graded
game
it
and
a
screwed
loss.
us. It
Ah.
screwed us in a contest we were in.
Oh.
That move because we said, all right, we got to wait to see, and then we picked it, and then the game got moved, and we got screwed. So we were out of the money by 1 point, and that was that game that screwed us.
I
So
remember.
yes, that was bad.
This was
Fellas,
amazing.
we love you.
All right,
love
Gabe
this.
I'm
loves
gonna
you.
go
Love you,
crack
boys.
my hog.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. This was classic. We
Saw
love
the
both of
pictures
you.
of it.
Yes.
I'm
Bet-
horny
bet-
after this quad box.
Me too.
Yes, and best of luck to Mr. Emerson and his Duvals. Yeah, on Sunday.
Nope.
That is Fitzy
Fuck
GFY.
the
Emerson
Jaguars.
Lacia. Yes.
Oh,
Emerson, enjoy,
outstanding.
guys. Thank you so much. This was a
Oh my
absolute
gosh.
treat for us to have you guys both on the air with us here on BVB. What an awesome,
Wow.
awesome experience for us to have those
Wow.
guys with us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that because that was epic to have them both on like that. That was super fun.
Listen, great job getting the 4 box there. Hat tip, Sonic, get that overlay.
Appreciate that.
It worked. That was awesome. I mean, I need to towel off after that. I'm sweaty.
It's good
Like,
stuff.
Yeah,
Good
moist.
stuff. All right, well, let's go back to talking about it. What happened last night, and what the win for the Cleveland Guardians will do for them. Let's go through the game because first, Class A gave up 2 home runs all season. Then back to back, Judge and Stanton both go deep in the 8th inning. I mean, that felt like that felt like the closing of the book, like series over.
It did. It did.
And then
I was so sad. I was so sad. I was like, because he's standing out there and they're celebrating. And I mean, Stanton, how do you know it was coming like that? Like, again, like it was bad enough. I mean, Judge just barely scraped it over the wall. And I was like, oh my God, that's it. They tied it. Okay. Well, then Stanton hits it. I'm like,
uh-oh.
Damn it. It's over. That's it. It's done. They're going to win, and they're going to win in 4. And then we're going to hear about the only way to do it is more Red Sox. I had 100 things.
Right. Then in the ninth, down 5-3, 2 outs.
Being played again.
First time in the history. You want to play it again?
Oh, yeah. Right now. Perfect.
First time in the history of Major League Baseball. A pinch hit, 2 out, game tying, 2-run home run in the playoffs. It had never happened before.
Oh my goodness! Big Christmas has tied it! The ultimate present under the tree!
El lanzamiento viene al plato, batalla.
¡Feliz Navidad! ¡Feliz Navidad! ¡Acaba de empatar el encuentro la Navidad en octubre!
Well, he really hit the shit out of that one, didn't he? Held it like an egg. Yeah, and he scrambled the son of a bitch. Look at that. He hit the fucking bull.
3, Fry, deep drive, left field. Fry's watching. It is a walk-off home run. David Fry lights up the Cleveland night.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That is amazing.
It's fun. It's a fun moment.
Oh,
Christmas
we're
goes
clipping that,
deep.
putting that out. And what can you say after watching it? That just told the story. That was unbelievable.
So then it's 5-5. Game's not over. It's 5-5. And then the insane play at first base. I mean, the Yankees could have won the game and blown it open in the 10th inning. And you had an incredible play at second, an incredible pick at first. To hold the bag on top of that. I mean, Chisholm thought he was safe. And it was like, nope. it was unbelievable to see that play.
First of all, it went nuts when Noel hit the home run.
Mm.
I was running around the house. And poor Kendall was on her side getting a shower after school or something. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, they just tied it up. I can't believe it. You know, blah, 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 blah. And then the Yankees get on base in the 10th. And I'm like, oh, no, don't lose this way, please. Makes that play at first. Naylor holds the bag. He's out right away. And you see it. And you're like, oh, my God, just get out of this inning. Just get out of this inning. They get on base. And Fry comes up after being multiple opportunities in this series with guys on base. And he can't get a hit. Pops up, strikes out, whatever. He hit that ball. And I went, we're alive. We're alive. Like, this is, I don't know. I was telling Jess last night, I was telling my brother, that was one of the best baseball games I've seen in 20 years.
Going back to the Yankees-Red Sox. I mean, that was just, because then in the bottom of the 10th, David Fry sent everybody home. And when he hit that, I mean, he knew it. I mean, he absolutely knew it when he hit it. It was just like, oh, the announcers didn't, though. It's wild. Like, you hear the two calls. The two calls are different because the Noel call caught them all by surprise. They thought the game was over.
Right.
They're down to their last out. It's a pinch hit guy coming off the bench. He's 1 for 16. I mean, this is not the guy you expect to hit the ball to fucking to Michigan. You don't think that's happening. And then he does it, and it's like, oh my God. And then when Fry hit it, I felt like it was sort of like, oh, okay. Like it wasn't as nearly as the emotional explosion as it would have been a walk-off home run if the Noel homer hadn't happened 1 inning prior.
I think, yeah, it was as much surprise with the Noel thing as it was almost relief for anyone rooting for the Guardians. Like,
fair.
And it wasn't it was gone off the bat, but it wasn't. I mean, Noel hit the ball, like you said, to Michigan. Yeah. Like that was immediately, you knew, he knew, the world knew. He put his head down. He just started running to first and just peeked back. Like,
got it.
Did that land in the stadium or not? Like, that was the only question. I loved it. I mean, that was baseball. I was like, I can't, no matter what happens in that Denver New Orleans game, I can't watch it. How could I do anything other than try to watch the Dodgers and the Mets?
Yeah.
And that became
that
like,
game sucked too, but
it
sucked. Game 4 today. It's Gil, however you want to say his name. I always say it wrong. Williams Guardians for the Guardians. It's a small number. It's -120. Number 7.5. Rinse and repeat.
It's probably going to come down to something like that at the end again. There ain't one of these teams is not dominating the other. I mean, the Guardians made multiple mistakes. How do you not execute a rundown? They had a rundown very simply, just run him back to the base he came from and then throw the ball. And so hopefully you get one throw, if not two, and they messed it up. And I was like, they not choking, but they're just making too many mistakes. I think they got away with one yesterday, went and won it. I like the Guardians today.
Oh, I mean, if they win, I mean, look, the Yankees are minus 365. Guardians, if you like the Guardians to win today, don't you have to take the Guardians to win the series? It's 3-1.
I mean, it gets cut back to the original series price.
I mean, it's a best of
series.
3. Yeah.
With I mean, Cole go one more.
Yeah, but you have game 5. If they win game 5 and go back to New York up 3-2, they win one game in New York and they're going to the World Series.
Right.
I mean, it's right there for the Guardians. The whole series is today.
Yeah.
They're down 3-1. They're not coming back. For 3-1, they're not beating the Yankees 3 games in a row.
Well, they can win game 5 if they lose today and then give themselves a shot in a game 6 in Yankee Stadium. I would much rather win today and then make tomorrow the game. Right? But I don't know. It's still alive. I know that.
It's a lie, but I think today, if you think the Guardians win today, I think betting the Guardians to win this series is also a decent play.
Yeah.
The Dodgers destroyed the Mets 10-2. LA's up 3-1. They can win the pennant tonight and make it back to the World Series. It's Flaherty up against Peterson. Dodgers only a little bit of a bigger favorite than the Yankees are for today at minus 135. Total 7.5, just like the first game tonight. This series is over tonight, is it not?
Yeah.
Right.
I want to say no, but yeah. The Dodgers are the best team. They just playing exactly the way you want a team to be playing right now.
They're pitching their ass
good
off.
enough starting pitching. They're getting unbelievable bullpen pitching. And then your stars, a different one is stepping up every time. Ohtani, they said he couldn't hit with nobody on base. Leads off the game with a home run. Here we go. Mookie, terrible last month of the season. Can't hit.
Not anymore.
4 for 5 yesterday.
Yeah. 4 hits.
Homers, ribbies, 2 runs, a 3-run score, something like that. I mean, like, yeah. And then guys like Max Muncy. I mean, the guy just can't get out. He's on base every time he's up.
Second deck.
It's a, big home run the other night. Like they're getting everything is lining up for the Dodgers to close it out today. I hope they don't. I'd love to see them. I was going to do a little rap going back to Cali because I was hoping they were going to go back to Cali, but I don't think they're going back to Cali.
No, I think it's going to be open and shut tonight. I think it's Dodgers win the pennant tonight, and they'll wait the winner of the Guardians and the Yankees. So let's start with a fight song, Friday. It is the game of the weekend. It's number 1 Texas laying 5 up against Georgia at home. All of the sports world, and I mean like everybody, game day, and everyone's headed to Austin, Texas for this game between 2 SEC powers. Total is 57. Number opened up at 3.5. It's now Texas minus 5. You heard Fitzy talk about it. He thought this number might continue to climb here. Where are we closing this number at? 6?
I don't even look yet.
It's steaming.
Is it that easy?
Look, Georgia hasn't been a dog in 50 games. Kirby Smart is tremendous in top 10 teams, top 5 matchups without Bama being in the game. 11-4-1, and most of those losses have come against Alabama. I think all of them actually have come against Alabama.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a game where you're going to fade Texas based on Steve Sarkisian's record of not being able to win this game. Like, this is a big question here. Beating Oklahoma is one thing. Can Carson Beck go into Austin, Texas with 100,000 screaming fans with the best quarterback in college football, potentially, arguably, on the other sideline. And that defense for Texas, can they move the football on this Longhorn defense? I think the answer is no. I can't play this game. I can't bet it. I Georgia catching 5 points is crazy. You just don't get this. Like, it's still Georgia.
I just know. So I'm looking now for the first time this morning at this game. 5's the top.
Mm-hmm.
5 is the top. It ain't going past 5.
Okay.
And if somebody peaks at 5.5, they're taking it.
Okay.
I don't know. As the book guy on the show here, I think I'm playing it for a close game. And I just don't. It's only October 18th. I'm not ready to just say this team is that much better. Field goal here, I'm fine. Lay it. But anything more than that, no. I don't think so. Until I see it. And B-How used to say it. By the way, B-How said he's never coming on the show again because he's 0 for 3 with West Virginia. He's bummed out. He's like, I love coming on the show, but I can't because every time I come on, West Virginia loses. And we got another big game this week because I asked him. He's like, no, I love you guys. Tell Matt it's not personal, but I'm not coming on. Because,
don't blame him.
Yeah. He got the radio analyst job for West Virginia, by the way. He's now the basketball radio.
Good for him.
Play-by-play, and
that's tremendous.
So him and Tony Caridi are going to be the basketball play-by-play.
Oh, that's great. We'll have him on for sure.
So we'll be talking a lot about basketball then.
Good.
This one, I'm leaning dog.
Yeah, if I had to bet it, I would probably take the points too. I think it's,
total high.
No, it's the SEC. No, I mean this could
so
be.
This
Bama,
looks like the Bama game
potentially. Georgia's defense is going to give up points.
Both teams in the 30s?
Potentially.
34-31, 34-27, something like that.
Well, the worry is that Texas goes and blows Georgia out. Like that's the one worry.
Oh, more surprising to you, Georgia win or Texas win by 10 or more, i.e. blowout?
More surprising, Georgia wins.
Oh, see, I
think Georgia is going to lose the game, but I think it could be a 3-point game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, yours, they haven't faced a quarterback like yours yet. They haven't seen. I mean, Georgia's quarterbacks. I mean, I love Milroe, but Milroe is not the passer that yours is. The wideouts are better on Texas's team. The offense is better for Texas and Alabama. And look what Alabama put up on that defense. So that's the concern. If you're a Georgia fan, like you're seeing a much better quarterback with better weapons, and Alabama smoked you for 40 plus. So just saying, I mean, it's one of those situations. Alabama was up by what? 20 points, 28 points?
Wasn't it 28-3 at one point?
So like
blowing them out.
And then Georgia came all the way back, but like I don't know. I think that there is a potential for a Texas blowout. I think it's on the table for Texas to kill them, but I'm not betting this game. Like this is just
if Texas wins by double digits, this will cement them as the best team. I mean, this is one of those.
Football heads will tell you that Texas is the best team in the country by a wide margin. Margin. That there's a lot of teams at 2 down, but Texas, because of their talent, Sark's offense, and the fact that they have 2 quarterbacks, not just one, but they have 2 quarterbacks that could. I mean, they have the number 1 quarterback in back-to-back recruiting classes. It's Quinn Ewers and it's Manning.
Right.
So you've got options, and if Quinn Ewers got hurt, you put in Manning, you don't miss a beat. If yours is struggling, you put in Manning. It's not that big of a drop by any means. So that's the fear, I think, if you're a Georgia fan, that they've got more than what you have seen so far this season. And you're on the road. So I'm not betting it. I'm going to watch it and enjoy the hell out of it because it's going to be a fun football game. Tonight, the number 2 team in the country is going. Oregon's laying 30 now at Purdue, and the total is 61.
Yeah.
This seems weird to me because, again, I asked this on the Daily Juice last night, but I'll ask you now. How many points will Purdue score in this game?
That's the handicap. That's
Nebraska gave up 10 to this Purdue offense.
Right.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
Oregon's defense is better than Nebraska's.
Right.
So how many
Purdue's team total? 14.5?
Well, it's going to be higher than that. If the total is 61 and it's a 30-point line, it's got to be close to 20.
Well, I mean, I'm just in my head, I just kind of worked it out. 41-14, somewhere in that neighborhood. would be that's 55, and you juice it higher because it's probably 14.5 or 16.5.
14.5. Good call.
It's like I've done this before.
It's 14.
I still got it. It's pretty good. Yeah, this is a blowout. I don't see it any other way.
I just don't know what incentive Oregon has to hang 50.
Well, that's why they don't cover.
Right.
That's why they don't. I mean,
and they don't cover, we're going under.
If they don't cover, it's going under. You don't think Oregon puts up a 50 burger?
What's the incentive?
Well, I don't know what the incentive, but I mean, it may be third stringers running past exhausted, beat down Purdue guys. Like,
it's possible.
You can score 50 by accident against a bad team like Purdue.
You can, but it's the ultimate letdown spot for a team that just played Ohio State and now has to travel to the Eastern time zone, which I didn't realize. I thought Purdue was in the Central time zone. It's 15 miles away from the Central time zone. It's actually Eastern time. I learned that this morning. So it's an Eastern time start for Oregon.
Right.
So this is a whole different, it's the West Coast team going east. This has been a problem all season for these Pac-12 schools now in the Big Ten. So I look at it and I go, they're not going to lose the game, but this is a hard game to get up for if you're Oregon. Dan Lanning, they changed the NCAA rule book because of what they did last year. But Oregon's defense, I think Oregon's defense will be the difference. They're going to smoke them. I don't think Purdue scores. So you can bet team total under if you want. I think they score 10. 40-10 is a 30-point blowout. That covers, it's a push on the number, and it goes under 61.
Yeah, I don't know. We had who said that in the chat that Purdue fired the offensive coordinator and then scored AOWN. Purdue fired their offensive coordinator and then scored 49 points. Purdue will score, let the number run, and the dog. Huh. Okay. I don't know.
Scoring 49 points last week is a lot different than Oregon.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you lost 50-49. You lost. Defense
it's a 5 o'clock Pacific start. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's not that big of a time. I mean, it's like playing a night game. So it's no big deal.
I just think it's a huge overlook spot for Oregon here on a Friday
night.
They
played a late game Saturday night.
Short week, Friday night, traveling, 3/4 away across the country.
What's the weather like?
To take on a team that that's a good question. No, I don't think
wind or anything.
Let's see.
Maybe they will just run the ball and score points as much as they have to, just because, and cruise by 38-14.
Well,
that stays under.
Indiana weather. Nah, it's gonna be gorgeous. 70 degrees.
Oh, perfect.
Low of 35 though. It'll be cold when the sun goes down.
Oh, okay.
Sun goes down. It'll be chilly. So it's a night game, 8 o'clock. So it'll be cold. It'll be 45.
Okay.
So and always windy at Purdue.
Mm.
So it's fall weather, yes, Joel, but it's not Oregon weather. Although Oregon's not that warm. It's not California.
Yeah.
So it's not similar to they used to do with that. Alabama, Tennessee. The other game I've got no idea what to do with. Bama's now up to 3.
You understand why, right?
I mean, I think it comes down to Alabama has already lost a game on the road that they can't lose again. If you believe that Bama's a top 5 team and Tennessee is a team with a freshman quarterback, that Bama's defense will be able to make Nico make mistakes, and Bama should win the game.
You know what Bama is.
Okay.
For whatever it is they are, they may be different coach, different year, different this, but you know what Bama is based on what you've seen so far this season.
Mm-hmm.
You have no damn idea who Tennessee is.
Fair.
You have no idea because we thought we knew.
Right.
And they're not what we thought they were. Are they that team that struggled, that lost? I mean, it was everything, balls to the wall against Florida last week. I mean, everything. And I don't think Florida's that good.
Agreed.
It's going to take every bit of Rocky Top and home field and whatever else they need. I don't know. I'm looking at it going, give me a reason to take Tennessee. Ask the people right now watching the show. We got a bunch of people in here watching it live on the YouTube. There's people watching on the Twitter. Go vote right now. P-Roll, put it up. We're going to do Bama or Tennessee. Who wins?
Just straight up? Just straight up?
Because if they win the game, they're covering the spread. The spread will not matter at 3. I don't think it matters. I don't know. But I think it's that simple. Dumb it down. Is Alabama's defense better than Tennessee's defense?
Yes.
Alabama wins the game then, in my opinion. That's what's going to win the game. There it is. Popped up in my thing. I voted. You guys vote. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, guys. We're trying to do everything we can. You saw the $4. You see the production. P-Rolt was up before the sun. Bama covers easy, Gregory Cooper. Just like that. Man. Wow.
I think it's wild how quickly people are jumping on Bama.
Yeah.
Bama gave up a lot of points to Georgia. Like a lot of points.
Oh, my.
I don't know if I'm so quick to just go, yep, roll Tide. I don't know. A part of me says yes. The other part of me says, Bama lost at Vandy, right? Like, gave up 40 points to fucking Vanderbilt. They lost 40-35 to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's better than
That's
people
fine,
think.
but Tennessee's better than Vandy. So
Are
that's
they?
yes. And this game's on the road. And guess what? There were Bama fans at Vandy. There's not going to be many Bama fans at Neyland on Saturday. This is the third Saturday in October. This is the game that gets circled. Every single damn person in the state of Tennessee that is a Vol fan, you look for this game first and foremost for tickets.
Right.
This is the game you go to. Like, this is the game.
Are they playing defense, all these people, though?
No, but Bama's defense isn't that good. That's the fear. If Tennessee can throw the ball, Tennessee got shut out in the first half for their last 2 games. Okay? Arkansas and Florida. If Tennessee can't score in the first half, this is a blowout. Bama will house them because Bama's going to score on the Vols.
Right.
So if Tennessee can't score, this game goes under and it's all roll Tide and they end up curb stomping Tennessee.
It's crazy. The total's pretty much set at 57 days now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If I had to bet it, give me Alabama. But I got to watch this game. This is an in-game wager.
Yeah, this would be perfect in that window. 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, we gotta watch that for sure. And yes, when Bama lost to Tennessee 2 years ago, Dave and I were together watching it at a book. And I was like, what?
Oh, we were at BetMGM. We were at MGM Grand. That's right, upstairs.
How can I take the first half, Marcelo? These are the 2 teams I play their first halves. They're playing each other. This is a cancel out. I like Bama I like Bama a lot in the first half. I like Tennessee a lot in the first half. This is a cancel out. This would be a pick 'em too. No idea. No clue who leads at half in this game. Again, Florida and Arkansas shut Tennessee out the last 2 weeks in the first half. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Notre Dame on the road at Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta, laying 10 against Georgia Tech.
Oh, my.
It's a big number.
You got to look for every reason possible. It's 14, by the way, now.
What? Where did that come from? It was 10 3 hours ago.
Yeah, let's see.
Holy crap.
So 10:18. Somebody woke up. Oh, yeah, it was 10 this morning. And then
it exploded to 14.
12 and a half, 13, 14 and a half, and finally back to 14. And that's just it.
Holy crap.
Notre Dame's going to win that game. Obviously, somebody's out. Somebody's not playing.
Yeah, there's something up in that game.
Quarterback. Right. Somebody has to be not playing.
Wow.
Oh, the quarterback is hurt. Somebody in the chat said it, I guess. I don't know. Good luck. That's one of those ones. Again, I've done that imitation in the book where you're just sitting there and the bet ticker goes blip, 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 blip. Lay it. We'll move it. Lay it. Move it again. Lay it. Whoa. What just happened? Oh, quarterback must be out. Something. That's the only reason. So, again, you want to wait. Just wait. If you like Georgia Tech, you're going to get 14 and a half here.
Oh,
tomorrow.
Haynes Kings must not be in. Okay.
The
starting quarterback must be out.
Guess so.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Indiana's up to 6.5 against Nebraska. Fox, big noon show going there for this game.
Yeah.
It's Indiana.
I don't know. Pat and the boys have made Cignetti a star. He's hilarious. He sounds like every guy from Pittsburgh that I know.
It's phenomenal.
Said some of the things that he said.
Where we go to get to the hotel late, wake up, go to sleep, go kick some ass.
That's it. And it's that simple. That's a big
his
moment.
lines. I mean, that guy's he's like almost like a walking comedian.
Yeah.
I win. Google me. Like he's got some good lines.
Once you get to that point, like that's every guy in the neighborhood back home. That's every guy. I grew up with Cignetti, not literally, but
right.
It's the same. Like, I mean, we all do that. He does it now, and he got a good team. I like him. I don't know.
How could you not?
I seen enough of Nebraska to know they're not going to be able to score enough to win this game. Their defense is going to have to completely stop them, and I don't think that's possible. I mean, it's chalky, but do you want anything to do? Give me Indiana until they lose. There you go, Nate Irvine.
I don't think it's too many. I don't think 6.5 is too many. No, I like Indiana. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I like Indiana. K-State laying 2.5 at West Virginia. You want to talk about a must-win for the Mountaineers? Woo.
It's a must-win for both, is it not?
It is, but it's a natives are restless game here for West Virginia.
Yeah.
A lot of Mountaineer fans. You lose at home to Penn State. You lose at home to Iowa State. There's a lot of people who are starting to go Pitt. You lose. Like, there's a lot of games here that you're starting to go, Neil Brown, you may want to get a real estate agent at some point because you might not be back.
7:30 Eastern. Night game again. I don't think they're breaking out the coal region uniforms again. They're going back old school. I mean, B-How had me convinced that they were going to really play well, and they did for the first half.
Yeah, and then they had a couple of really tough calls. Like the stripes did not help West Virginia in that game, and it got away from them because of it. But like Iowa State didn't kill them. It looked like they did, but they didn't kill them. It was the second half that the game got away from West Virginia.
Yeah, fourth quarter. That was it. WV Punch Drunk won. There's the quote. Did you have a good time at the tailgate? Come back. When the coach starts talking about the tailgating, usually feeling the pressure a little bit.
Well, he's sick and tired of hearing the bullshit being yelled at him. That's his way of talking back.
It's fair. My lean is to West Virginia, but I mean, I've fallen for the banana tailpipe before.
Don't have a good read on that. I got burned last week, so I can't go with it. I do like Michigan here in this spot, though. Michigan up against Illinois on the road. 44 is the total. 4.5 is the number.
You like the favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Illinois plays perfectly right into the hands of Michigan's defense, and Michigan's going to run the ball down their throat.
See, I think this is a live dog.
Okay. I don't. This is a bad.
I seen the line move and all that other stuff.
It's a bad matchup.
Maybe.
Illinois didn't score. I think Illinois scores 10 points, 13 max.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind it's dead under. Yeah, I could see the game being going under for sure.
It's a total in the game.
44.
44 right now. 24-20.
Yeah, very possible. I laid 4. So yeah, I'm with you. That's basically what the books are saying.
Yeah.
I like Michigan's defense. I think Michigan's defense is the difference in this game.
I'm leaning dog.
Okay. UNLV's at Oregon State. This number was 7.5. It's now down to 6.5. Total is 59.5. This could be a trap spot for UNLV. They have Boise at home on Friday night. I will be there with my kid. Amanda's coming to town. We got a whole big party headed in. Everybody on campus is all jacked and excited to see this big game it's a Mountain West Conference regular season title game, basically, with this. UNLV going to get tripped up by a former Pac-12.
I hope not. I don't feel
it, but doesn't it feel like this is where they get tripped up?
Can't even get. And this is in a perfect 7:00 p.m. Pacific. So this is the late night sweat for you guys back east.
Yep, get right spot.
Hawaii's playing in the middle of the day at Washington State, so there is no Hawaii game. This is the late night Pac-12, Mountain West, whatever, Big 12 game now that's the sweat game. Yeah, it's trappy. You're right, the juice. Trappy. I don't want to even get excited about it. I just want to survive it. I want that moment for next Friday.
Take the win and be quiet now. You guys got a damn gift.
Oh boy. There we go.
The referees gave you the game. Take it and be quiet. Okay. I was there in person. I saw there's a few games I'm gonna say when the refs fucked a team. It's one thing me to be on TV yelling that. When it's 50 yards from my eyes, sorry, I can tell you the refs fucked UNLV. I was watching it myself, watching guys get literally strangled by offensive linemen, and then the most ticky-tack, ridiculous calls for roughing the passer and face mask on third downs that extended huge drives for Syracuse. So just take your win, be happy about it.
It was
okay.
Congratulations.
Just take it and be quiet.
Syracuse.
Yeah, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Take it and be.
That was a bummer, man. That was. The air came out of that building so quickly. It was just like, did that really? The end of the game
sucked.
I want that big game though, like Boise State.
Well, it'll be a gigantic. This is non-conference, so this doesn't matter for the Mountain West.
I know, but
yes, I know what you're saying. Like
the
UNLV can beat Boise.
Are here.
Yeah,
by winning the game, it leaves that openness in that.
If UNLV has wins over 2 Big 12 teams and 1 ACC team, they lost to Syracuse, so they have 2 big wins over 2 Big 12 teams on the road. Houston and Kansas. They lost to Syracuse. This will be a Pac. So they would have wins over a Pac-12 school. Like, what is Oregon State even this year? Their Pac-12 agreement with the Mountain West Conference. The Pac-2, yeah. So it's a Pac-2, whatever, power school. 3 wins over brand names in college football. 1 overtime loss where the referee screwed you.
Yep.
At home. Now you take on Boise, which has had big wins and a Heisman Trophy candidate, potentially the winner in Gentry. If UNLV wins that game and plays in the Mountain West Conference championship game and beats Boise 2 times, that 1 loss, potentially they'll be in the playoffs,
right?
With 1 loss. So that's one of those. This is a big game for UNLV, but man, it just screams take the dog.
This is normally when we would be signing off for Sports Grid and Sirius XM. We're not doing that today. You guys are just joining us, and we have not done Roll Call Friday. We're going to do that after the NFL.
Yep.
Right. The NFL portion of the show is coming up next.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to drop in the doctor's parlay now.
Go ahead.
He's got.
How'd it go last week?
2 winners outright.
Oh, nice.
Both obviously covered the spread, and then 1 spread winner and 1 loss, I believe it was. So it's game number. His writing is so bad. I thought it's at 380. It's 330. Game number 330 is Georgia Southern at home. That spread is getting 10 against James Madison.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I don't know where he came with that one.
Be careful with JMU. Fading JMU.
Yep. That's the first one.
Okay.
So then the next one is game number 358, which is West Virginia. Again, plus the points, plus 135 on the money line at home against K-State. I like it. I think they're going to win the game outright.
I hope you're right.
I've fallen for that before.
Yep.
The next one is game number 401, which is down towards the bottom of the card. Oh, that's Georgia. Plus 175 on the money line, but plus the points there. And then the last one, I didn't want to mention it. It's game number 414, Oregon State, plus the points.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's
on the money line.
That's right.
Against UNLV. All right. Well, there you have it. For those of you that waited and asked and you like to play it, he plays them in a round robin by 3s and 4s. It's 6 bets. If 3 of them win, you're guaranteed to make around 15 to 20 to 1. If 4 of them hit, you'll have Christmas money paid for all the gifts. So there you go. Good luck. Play them plus the points with the spread too, because they sometimes just cover and don't win.
Right.
So There you go.
I would play it because I think that goes 1-3. So we'll see what happens.
You would not play it then because you think it only.
Well, no,
goes
you
one.
should play it because I don't like it. So you should play it. 'Cause I don't like it.
Oh.
Since
Okay.
I don't
All
like
right.
it, you should play it because I've liked the
There you
first
go.
2 weeks. I liked it and I played it. It didn't hit, didn't come close to hitting. Then 2 weeks ago, it did hit. And then last week, it almost hit. So
Right.
he's narrowing in on his numbers. When I play it plus the points. I don't do the money line. But
Right.
I mean, if he comes in, I mean, if Oregon State and Georgia both win outright, just those two alone will be gigantic. I mean, those are big numbers you're going to get
Yes.
there. That's going to be. I mean, that 2-leg parlay by itself
Mm-hmm.
is huge for that. So
Do you see the letdown for James Madison? I don't.
I don't. I would not fade JMU. Not with
That's
the way
a
that they're
tough one.
rolling. Yeah, JMU had their letdown spot 2 weeks ago.
They did. That's what
Yeah.
I mean. I'm
So they've
surprised.
been
I'm not
crushing
surprised.
people.
The doc likes to take those shots. So
Okay, I don't know. I don't like that. That's one I don't like. I don't love the West Virginia one. I'm worried about that team quitting
That's
on Neil
pain.
Brown.
Yeah.
And that's scary. And then I think Georgia +5. There's a blowout potential there with Texas. I think Oregon State's going to cover. I think Oregon State might win the game outright. I think UNLV is going to be in for it. I hope I'm wrong, but
I hope you're wrong too.
I think UNLV might be in for it. Seattle against Atlanta. The pros are all over on the Seahawks on this 51.5.
I know.
I don't understand this love of Seattle.
That's going to be a very popular choice.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very popular choice this week in the contest, which again, by the way, if you guys are using a Brigade proxy service, do you have that around anywhere to remind people, about the proxy service? Just in case anybody's, forgot. Do you have that handy?
I
Just
do.
curious.
I mean, since we're playing stingers, I forgot this one. I was meant to play this one. Supposed to
I
play
kind
that
of
one.
like that one.
Oh, yeah, Alabama is one of the best fight songs in the business.
I got to give him credit. That is good.
Yeah, Alabama is tremendous.
That one gets you. I mean, even if you don't
yeah.
like the team and you don't like the Roll Tide Roll and all that other Ram Jammer thing.
Rambo
whatever.
Jammer is a different song, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
if you
Alabama's
don't-
a fight song. It's good. No, I agree. It actually makes you, Alabama, you don't get sick of it like Rocky
Correct.
Top. Or like USC's fight song, like Fight On.
Yeah, that one.
There's some fight songs that are just like, oh my God, they stopped
No,
playing these damn
they
fight songs. Like,
stop.
I fucking hate Rocky Top. I hate that song. And I don't mind Fight On. Just by the third quarter when you're there in person, you're like, play a different song. Play a different song, please. Like this, it's just I'm so sick of hearing that fucking Fight On, that 2-2-2 shit. Like, stop. It drives me crazy at USC games. So, but Alabama's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah,
It's
I like
pretty
it.
good. I don't get Seattle either. People, the chat saying they don't get the love for Seattle.
Type it so you guys get used to it, because in about 10 minutes you're going to do Roll Call Friday and you're going to put your 3-digit area code wherever you're watching or listening to the show from. Seattle, SEA, ATL. Who wins this game? Again, the spread isn't going to matter. It may push, but you can lay points with Atlanta or just take Seattle on the money line. I don't know. This is one. You see the total? You actually wrote 41.5. It's 51.5.
No, 51.5.
Yeah.
Seattle,
The
different game.
graphics is, oh, there we go. Okay.
Different game.
51. I apologize. I saw 41.5. Game flies over, don't it?
Probably. Bengals at Browns is 41.
There you go. That switched. Okay.
This is crazy to me. I hate both these teams.
This is a shit game.
Yep. It's a divisional game. I mean, it's a divisional game. So we're getting in these divisional games. This is when you start to be careful with these divisional games, and home dogs in divisional games. You tend to lean towards it, but I don't want the Browns.
Road favorites have been pretty good. We're on a hell of a
13
streak.
fucking 0. 13-0. I mean, it's absolutely absurd.
It doesn't make any sense.
13-0. 13 straight road favorites in NFL football it doesn't make an ounce of sense for how it's the best since 1970. We've never seen this. I am 47. I was born in 1977.
Yeah.
Never happened in my life. We're 13 straight road favorites in the NFL 1.
think you take Cleveland plus the points.
Yeah, it's a divisional game. It makes perfect sense.
Got to use this game in a contest. Good luck.
There's only 10 games on Sunday.
I know.
Like, you're running out of games. It's hard to pick 5 for a pick contest. You got to pick half of them. It's not easy to do that. You cross out the London game. I mean, that's 10 games. 7 in the early window, 3 in the late window.
It leads you to picking both Monday night games.
2 games on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
2 games.
That's what it'll lead to. I mean, this next game I don't feel strongly about.
Lions. It's the best game of the weekend.
Great game.
Best game of the weekend. Yeah.
Great game. Can't
Awesome
pick
game.
it.
No.
Can't pick it. Side or total. They
Just
got
watch
you
it.
with this number. They
Just
got
watch
you.
it. Yeah. Just watch it. Just enjoy it. Bet it in game. Bet a prop or 2 if you want. I mean, look, if you want a prop, just keep on betting running backs to score touchdowns for the Lions. Like, it's just an automatic. It's unbelievable. The running backs are scoring every game. So
Give them a poll here to vote on. Great job with the Bama Tennessee. We got way more votes on Bama, but we give them a poll to vote on here for this one because I think this one, with our contingent of people that watch or listen to the show from Minnesota, and our contingent in people who watch the show from Michigan, this one will be an interesting vote. Very interesting vote. Because you're getting adamant, you see it right there. Whitrock said it. Lions bite kneecaps off. JPC to 4th. Big boy football. Hashtag all grit. Like, the Lions fans are coming. They're ready. I don't know. Minnesota is a good football team. I'm not just saying that for D Stout 19.
no,
King of
I mean,
car
they're off a
seats.
bye.
Like, they're off a bye.
Like, be careful betting on the Lions. Like, it's
Jimmy Football says this is Minnesota's first loss. Wow.
I don't mind that. Tease the Lions up. Tease the Lions up. I don't mind that.
Stays
Stop
within
this.
one score.
7.5, most likely. I mean, it would suck if it didn't. If one team gets away from the other, that'd stink.
We'll find out how big of an impact that Hutchinson injury is this game.
Yeah. It's significant. Right? How could it not be significant?
If he's not pressured, Darnold has been not good. He's been excellent without pressure. I don't know. It's that I voted. Who would you vote for if you had to vote on this game? I know you don't want to bet it. I voted Vikings.
Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, I can't bet that. I can't bet it. The other game is KC at San Francisco. I might bet this. Sorry, JC from KC. I might be the kiss of death for your team.
Wait, hold on. I got to get the dark glasses for this. You like the Chiefs?
Look, 11-1-1 is 11-1. 11-1-1 is 11-1-1. If you take it out even farther, as a 3-point favorite or less, he's like 28-7-1, something like that. Like, it's insane. Like, it's just insane. Like, the Niners are so beat up.
History of the show that you actually said you like the Chiefs.
I just think if you look at the banged up Niners, I mean, Brock Purdy's getting a lot of love. This is not. I mean, I don't buy the revenge game angle. I don't buy it, and I don't think it matters. To be honest, I don't think the revenge angle. Like, I watched a clip of Belichick. We talked about when they played teams the next year. They played in the Super Bowl. He was like, "There's no revenge in the locker room." It's like, you don't. He goes, "This is not boxing. You don't defend anything in the NFL. You won a championship. There's no defending your championship. No one's taking it away from you. You won it. Like, it's over. It's the next year. So this is a different season, different players, different time, different everything. So there is no revenge spot for the Niners. The fans care about that, but
right. That's all
the players don't. The players don't give a shit.
I tell you, the books don't care either. The books do not care for 1 second. Better shouldn't care either. I hope Jonathan C is right. I got under 47. I used it in the contest.
Okay.
So I didn't know what to pick in the side.
I took the Chiefs.
If I was forced, I would take San Francisco. I ain't touching this game. I'd rather lay the points with Washington in that late window.
Andy Reid's 21-4 following a bye.
Thank you, Gregory Cooper.
That's it. Just there's a lot of numbers to just say I'm taking
everything points to Kansas City.
Yeah. So it's just, again, that's why I like them. But there's injuries everywhere.
You like the Chiefs.
And look, if you are betting, I would lay everything with the Niners then. Like, just go ahead and if I'm liking the Chiefs, I'm not betting it, but I used it for a contest that we're in. Go ahead. Just go ahead and hammer San Fran. Jump on it.
Is this the most selected game of the week? Either side?
No.
Like combined?
I think
I think there's a
Lions.
definitive. Oh, okay. So you're right, because that one will get both sides, right?
Yeah.
The number's perfect. It can't be 3. It has to just be under 1.5, 2. Let them play with it back and forth. Again, pull it out. This time you can play with it, pull it, push it, whatever you want. Either way, you don't have to do nothing. As the book, this is great. Just put it out and let them play with it back and forth. It's wonderful. Pause.
Jets Steelers, back to the top of the show when we had Chris Mack on. I like your team.
So do I. Seriously, what is all this Jets bullshit?
I think it's way overblown. I think it's all like overreaction. Here comes Devontae to save everything. The offense is still the offense, right? Maybe you score more touchdowns, but defense is still the problem, right? Steelers are at home. Steelers defense. You better hope that TJ Watt doesn't get a hold of one Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Jets are favored -2 at Pittsburgh Sunday. They play at New England next week. They're 7-point favorites in a look-ahead number.
Fair.
I don't know if that's a reflection of the Steelers or the Patriots. Like, I thought that number might be a little bit more different.
Lower or higher?
Well, I think the Steelers should be -1.
They were at open, and it was bet to this. That was the opening number. It was Steelers -1. Now it's Jets -2.
I don't know. This seems like there's Roger Long talking about teasing the Steelers up. Good to see you, Raj, senior member of the brigade. Steelers +8. Come on.
Look, I don't mind. You could do a Steelers-Lions teaser. Take them both up. Get over 7 on both of them.
Get through those key numbers.
Now, again, I've talked about this a lot, but in the NFL this year, teasing through 3 and 7 has not mattered one fucking bit.
No.
It hasn't mattered at all. It don't matter anymore. Those are numbers. Those used to be key, expensive numbers to go through, and you feel pretty good about going from 2.5 to 8.5, or going from 8.5 down to 2.5. Nope, hasn't mattered. The number moves have not worked.
Look at our friend in Croatia, popping in stats now. Vinko, good to see you, sir. Not just hanging out and saying hello from Roll Call Friday. Tomlin's 9-4 in Sunday Night Football at home. Tell him, Vinko. I can't wait. I already got Sunday planned out. Saturday is going to be even, fun, exhausting. I can't wait to watch the games. I have Houston and Green Bay, along with Detroit and Minnesota as the early window. And then I have keyed centrally, just Kansas City and San Francisco in the late window, and clear the deck. If there's 100%, if there's no baseball, there will be nothing else on. And there will probably be pierogies and who knows what going on over here for Steelers and Jets.
Look out.
Yeah.
Sunday night, prime time. All right, boys, it is time. Getting it really late. We're 2 hours in because it doesn't matter about how long we go today.
Well, we had no guardrails. We got off the rails for sure with Emerson and Fitzy, which was amazing. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Try to watch it because P-Ralt worked really hard on the 4-box. We could help some Sonic, and those guys lived up to the billing. Mack started off the show. What an appetizer from Pittsburgh, sitting in the studio, getting ready to do his thing at the
I'm in love with the fact that it worked, and it worked where the audio, we weren't like off. Like I was so afraid that like our audio, we weren't going to be able to, like, when we're talking to each other, we talk over each other. Like we wouldn't be able to get it. Like it was pretty cool. It was very neat to see that worked.
The audio was better
right
than it is on other shows that I'm on every week.
Right.
Just for the record.
Right.
Like
it's good.
Your
There's no
audio
delay.
professor nerd Peralt thing worked. Like
It was fun.
was perfect.
I was psyched to see it. I was psyched to see and their mics. I mean, Fitzy's a pro, so he's got a good mic, and then Emerson's situation has worked well too for his microphone. So like, that was my one worry. I'm like, man, 4 mics. Are we going to be able to do this? And then it worked. And I was like, oh, this is too good. Like this is really
joke.
fun.
It sounded like we were all in the same studio.
Yeah, I'm psyched to go listen.
And we know when to like back off and talk and stuff. Like I think that's what there's shows that are on network television.
Have that delay.
Have one, the delay, but 2, they don't shut the fuck up and they talk over each other and don't let the jokes hit or marinate or whatever.
Right.
You know? And if you're gonna react, back up off the mic and just react. That was really good. That was really, really good. Yeah. So all right. Pull them up. I did the wrap at the beginning.
Yep.
And I have one keyed up. I'll save it for another time because we're running long. Okay. So find out where the first one is. Pull it up. I'm ready. If you're ready, you guys give your 3-digit area code or country code because we've had many countries show up. It's Friday. There's baseball. There's football. There's hockey. We've had people in here watching the show today. Again, that average watch time number goes up as we get into this month.
Yep.
It's the best month.
It's pretty good.
Most amount of people. I'm going to say 41 and a half. 40 and a half. 40 and a half is the first number. Don't move it until you bet it. 40 and a half number of states. 5 and a half countries.
All right.
5 and
Time to roll call. We start with one snap.
One snap, Bonvy. Hockey guy. Football guy. Buckeye guy. Really? 519. Windsor, Ontario. Love you guys. Love you too, Bonvy. One snap. Jimmy, football. Another Canadian. Right off the bat. Back-to-back Canadians. 416. Toronto, Canada. Good to see you, Jimmy. Sonic the Wrench. Big S. Big hat tip to you, sir. Again, good job. 602 Phoenix, Arizona. Great job with the tweet to get the boys going on the socials. Follow us on the media, on the social media, on the Twitter at Boston versus the Book. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, same name. Vinko Martin Sevic involved in the show now, not just in 385 Croatia. Thank you for the stats. Thank you for being here, sir. CBW, our news hound. I love being off social media for like 4 or 5 hours, like I was this morning in the tube and all that other stuff. My favorite thing about today, I come outside and hit notifications, and they're all CBW, finding us news stories, get this stuff on a rundown. Thank you, sir. 315 Oswego, New York, sunny with perfect fall. Too cold for Matt, weather weekend. It's too cold for me, too. Ryan Andrew Fletcher, looking good, sir. 703 Ashburn, Virginia. Corey Macbeth, always cutting the grass. 402 Omaha, Nebraska. Going to be a tough week for you. I think it's going to be a tough week. TP, are you with me? Question mark 206. Go Hawks. The 4 box today equals BVB at its best. Maybe book an influencer on BVB for new eyeballs and subs. Trying to do what we can. Thank you, TP. Are you with me? Hope your mom's doing well. We'll do what we can. Influencers, that's what everyone else is doing. It ain't working. It's not working. Fish Killer 73 540, Roanoke, Virginia, 65 degrees. Hokie Mountain High. Dave, I still need that hat. Damn it, you're right, Fish Killer. They won easy yesterday, although BC made it close at the end and then didn't. Happy Roll Call Friday. Happy Moonshine Friday.
Yeah, that 4th down call was big. Big stop.
JPC to 4th. 313 Detroit, Michigan. Wolverines lose. Lions.
Wolverines win outright by 10.
Oh, wow. Okay. Scott Bartholomew, my man, always here, always on time. 907 Ketchikan, Alaska. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. Alan Smetana, 507 Mankato, Minnesota. Just got back from Vegas.
Good day to get out of here.
Hell yeah.
Whew, the wind and the cold. Smart move.
Yeah. Next time, shoot us a DM. Send an email, thebvbshow.com. This past week would have been good. Neither one of us left the house. We both felt like shit. But if you're coming to town, and we're feeling better, I'll try to come out. Any chance I get to go meet a guy, if I see a guy about a thing, I'm out. Rosie, 415, San Francisco, California. Good luck on Sunday, Rosie. I like the Niners. I still do.
Georgia Tech's quarterback just was officially scratched. That's why that line move exploded.
Line move.
Yep.
There's Brent Lalonde, a.k.a. the Bomber, back on the 61R.
What's that?
I believe that's the 614.
He just missed
Columbus, Ohio. Yes, because he was here. Bomber and I hung out last Friday at the Circa.
Oh, nice.
Made some in-game bets, had a few drinks. It was a lot of fun. It was really good. I felt like caca on Saturday. Look at Mrs. JPC the fourth coming in with a great picture. 313 Detroit. Love to see you. And love to have you in the chat. That's great. Go tell your friends. We're a show for the boys and the girls. I like it. Tyrone Boyd, my brother. 202 Tyrone. Winning 3-bet parlay method. Find 2, air quotes, locks. And bet both sides of the third leg. How about this, Tyrone? All right. This has been tried before. Keep working. Keep doing it. Keep showing up. Thank you for being here,
Yeah,
Tyrone.
but you can't do that before you know the first 2 legs hit. You only do that after the fact.
Then you lose 2 bets.
Yeah, you got to wait. You got to win 1, 2, and then the third
bets.
you hedge. You hedge on the third leg after you've won the first 2.
Yeah, but you have to make 2 bets before.
Correct.
And you have to hit the first 2
to
even have a shot. Otherwise, you use 2 units instead of 1.
Correct.
But sometimes 2 is better than 1. Sometimes. Timmy Coiros, 2000, Sydney, Australia. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. Chris Covey, 843, Chucktown, South Carolina, 70 maybe today. Hashtag for the land.
He's big on Cleveland futures.
One time, get that Cleveland today. Get him home, boys. Roger Long, 765, Clinton, Indiana, 69 degrees and sunny.
In 69? Interesting way of spelling it.
Just saying. Listen, Roger's always working. All right. He ain't had a sticky keyboard in months. It's good news. Good to see you, Raj. PB 941, Venice, Florida. You know what time it is. 81 degrees and sunny. Great weekend for football. And you know it's happy old-fashioned Friday every single week. I hope you enjoyed all that Boston stuff, PB. that was as good as it gets right there. Eric Comrade, Madisonville, Kentucky. 70 degrees and sunny. Everywhere you guys are at is warmer than it is here today.
Right?
It's unbelievable.
It's true. It's very true.
Ian Lights Out, 718, Brooklyn, New York. Gorgeous.
68 and sunny.
68 and sunny.
Everyone but us.
Man, how about them Yankees yesterday? Stay
Oops.
with it, Ian.
Oops.
See you today. Vinny Konwinski. Hi, Vinny. 260 Fort Wayne. Guys, I'm in town with the family next Saturday. We need to meet up. Well, you already know the number, Vincent. You just send a text, and we will see what we can do. That'll be fun. I can't wait to see the family. Hopefully, we meet the family. We met you and the boys in Chicago. Now we get to meet the fam. That'd be great. Kevin Roper, 601, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 74 and sunny. But it was 40 and clear this morning. Fall is near.
Yep.
Yeah, those fall swings are big, small. Like it goes down low. That morning gives a crisp wake-up call every day. Love it. Brandon Rincon, 310, Culver City, California, 80 and sunny. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's coming next week for us.
Yeah, we get 2 days of it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, going to be perfect. Perfect.
81.
Santana, 79 degrees out with 22-mile-an-hour winds in 928 Yuma, Arizona. Big game down in Arizona, by the way, down in Tucson this weekend. We didn't even mention Colorado and Arizona. Sneaky good.
Fun game.
Back-to-back Yuma, Arizona's. You guys sitting together? Dawn-Farrow, 928 Yuma, Arizona. I got to check your IP addresses like I asked the youth do in the book. Are you two working together right now? This is great. We got 2 guys from Yuma watching, coming in and roll call Friday at the same time. Windy, finally cool day. Dodgers get the W today. LFGGGGG. Saludos a todos. I love that Spanish call of that freaking home run. Was great. Feliz Navidad. Eric Comrade. Did we just do Eric Comrade from Madisonville, Kentucky? You went backwards.
No, he wrote it twice.
Wrote it twice. Jimmy 2 times. Eric Comrade 2 times. That's fine. Robert Kilroy, 775. Reno Kilroy is here. I love it. Mr. John Bellina. Mr. John Dabalina, 973, Livingston, New Jersey. As always, guys, thank you for being real. We ain't knowing no other way. We ain't kissing nobody's ass. We don't know no other way. This is as true and real as it gets every single day. Thank you for being here, Mr. John Dabalina. Francisco Ochoa, 951, Hemet, California. Go Dodgers. Living it up, Dodger fans. Win today. Get it done.
Yeah.
Don't leave them a chance.
But then you might sit. I don't know if I want to win today. You think the Yankees will get going then. Otherwise, you could have.
Just win it today. You got to put them away when you can.
We don't like those delays.
By the way, is that game underway? That game might be underway already.
It's
Kevin Whitrock.
1:45. No, it can't be. It's too early.
No, it's a day game.
I know, but it's not.
Day game
It's
in New
no.
York.
It's 2:08.
Okay, so it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
Kevin Whitrock, 319, Iowa City, 70 and sunny. Today's show will go down in the annals of BVB history. You're damn right it will. I can't wait to rewatch it. If you go back and rewatch it, leave a comment, please, after the fact. Appreciate you. Chris Otto, 412, Pittsburgh, PA. Boots on the ground tonight for the Penguins and the Hurricanes.
Give me 3
Hockey
goals.
Data is coming on Saturday. Follow him at PSU Auto. Does these sheets. If you're not into hockey, he'll help you get into it because it's a great sport.
Yeah, I need that. I need that first period data that you put out there, Chris, because that was your tweet from the Golden Knights was awesome. Golden Knights, both teams to score, and the Golden Knights is 5-0. Happened every game.
In the first period. Yeah.
Both teams have scored in every Golden Knight game so far this year.
Yep.
Hello. That's
game
not
went over yesterday, and Tampa
4-3.
won it late. There's Lewis, my brother, Rainmaker 512-412, Pittsburgh, PA. Big weekend hammer coming to town.
Oh no.
Party Saturday for G. Lou's birthday, then the casino. Oh Lord.
So Lou's coming. So Rainmaker's coming.
Pittsburgh. They're doing it in Pittsburgh.
Oh, Hammer's coming to Pittsburgh. Okay.
Hammer is going to Pittsburgh.
Oh,
coming
no.
to town. Hammer's crazy.
He is.
He gets together with Lewis, and they get crazy. Sweet Lou from the 412. God bless. Be careful and stay out of Hammer's way.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Double bag it. Everything you need to do. Mikey, awesome. Another wrench. My man. What are you doing? He comes up with these creative BVB rap videos. I just saw that right before the show. We'll get that back out there. People, thank you for that. 757 ODU. I've been working for the weekend, and it is almost here. ODU game and tailgating tomorrow. LFGO. I heart the hashtag BVB Brigade. We heart you too. Love it. Thank you, sir. Dear Jakes. Dear.
That's a recruit.
DEAR. This is Deer, DEERE, Jakes, 270 Brandenburg, Kentucky, listening from the combine in the cornfield. Love your show and thank your local farmers.
Amen.
All of the above.
My brother included.
We love you right back. That's right. A brother P Rod up there doing it in Massachusetts, farming. It's big time stuff. We got a lot of guys in the farm, in the combines and doing stuff. I love it.
Did we
there
do Brent already?
Yeah, the Bombers back in the 614, sunny and 60, making the turn. Have a great weekend, boys. He's golfing.
Did before. Okay.
Yeah, we had to make sure.
Guys,
Sports Avenger, 724. Sharon with $, Pennsylvania. Eagles not only win on Sunday, but will fly into the Meadowlands and deploy Saquon for 3+ touchdowns.
Probably.
And as an Eagle fan, give me the Panthers money line against Washington.
Yikes.
Sports Avenger.
Yikes.
Stay with us. Fly, Eagles, fly. I don't think that.
Commanders are going to be the number 1 pick in the upcoming Survivor contest.
Bills number 1 pick, Commanders number 2.
Okay, or vice versa. Yeah,
that's the way it's going to go. There's King of Car Seats, 608, Wisconsin, Dells, Wisconsin. Bruce Buffer voice. The water park capital of the world.
In Wisconsin?
Listen.
What is it, open like 2 months out of the year?
It's indoors. These things are indoors. They got to be indoors, right?
You a water park capital in a frozen climate.
Wisconsin, Dells, Wisconsin. Yeah, they got it indoors, so they can go all year round.
All right, sure.
It's not bad. All them kids, all them car seats, man. That ain't no bargain. Now you got to be careful. All them kids around that water make me nervous. King of car seats. Don't forget to get your picks in though.
Amen.
If you need, I'll send you a text. Don't forget. Deuce Daily, 978, Lowell, Massachusetts. Have a great weekend, fellas. You do the same. You and that dog with our hat on his head. I love it. Marcella under, 504 New Orleans. Whew, that football team is bad. Marcelo. This
Coach is horrible.
Man, they don't have a goddamn clue what they're doing. They look clueless out there. A beautiful 75-degree sunny day. Saints stink. You're right. It's officially Pelicans season. Starts next week. Just Zach with an H. 860 Bristol, Connecticut. This is big. We got Connecticut on the list.
we do.
I didn't know. Thank you for being here, Just Zach. Chicago John, love you, brother. 312 Chicago. Sunny and 70. Just left the office and on the drive home. Hopefully you like them hats. You got to give me a report about the hats. I handed off the hats to the wife. Go Buckeyes. OHIO. Whatever. I'm not rooting for the Buckeyes. Stop the bullshit. It's on. Jackson with an X. Cordova. 970 Fort Collins. Go Avs. You better shake that team up. That team
Avalanche or the Nashville Predators. Which one is more disappointing to start the year? They're both awful.
Slight lean to Nashville.
No wins between the two of them.
Yeah, it really messed up. That's all right. Nuggets season starting. Denver will be back. Broncos
Really?
look pretty good.
People making I've heard a couple. Our guy JVT from Visa made a really good case to fade the Nuggets this year, win total wise. He made a really good case. I was like, that's a really good point. He's talking about their bench, lack of productivity from behind the arc.
100%.
They might be in trouble.
All of which is true. And then you'll look at the standings by the end of the season, and they'll be in the 1 or 2 seed, maybe 3. That's it. They'll be 1, 2, or 3. Gregory Cooper, welcome. Show Big G. 601 Jackson, Mississippi. Don't let us get big in the South, boys. Don't let us get big in the South. Don't. That's the only place where we, keep asking. You guys, people listen to you below the Mason-Dixon line in the corner of the country.
Yeah.
Damn right they do. Don't let them come out and keep showing themselves on Roll Call Friday, because then it'll just grow and they won't know what hit them. Chef Benny, 401. That's 401 is in Rhode Island.
Rhodey.
Delco Mike, 610 Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. What a great show. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Also for that email. I saw that email that he sent. Recommendations. Always good to know that we got guys. And,
hell yeah.
People are looking to help people.
Thank you.
God forbid, stepping on somebody to get better. Well, how about we elevate everybody? That's what we do. I love it.
Especially when it's health related for me. Thank you.
Absolutely. The Juice, 602 Phoenix, Arizona. Windy, sunny, 69-degree day. Guys, why is it 69 in all these places? I'm just wondering. Just asking. Duke finally gets his first win against the Knowles this weekend. Man, that one stinks to all high hell.
It does tonight.
Pedro, our brother down in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 0-1. Let's go Dodgers. Let's finish this today.
Yeah.
I think you speak for all Dodger fans. Today.
I think you're right.
Douglas Patton looking good with that helmet and sunglasses out on a bike somewhere. 978 Andover, Mass. Sorry, Matt, just bought a house in Amesbury, Mass.
Close.
As always, you guys are keeping me entertained while I replace a toilet. Who would have ever thought that? I mean, P-Ralt's mix with baseball was good, but that one wins today, Dougie P. Replacing a toilet. Listen, we've been in a lot of shitty places.
We have.
All right? But we're talking to you while you're replacing a toilet. That wins the comment of today. Thank you for being here, sir. Dave's Daily Picks, 317 Lebanon, Indiana. Go Hoosiers. We are shoving an urn of corn where the sun don't
supposed to
shine.
be an ear of corn.
Supposed to be an ear, but he typed an urn of corn where the sun don't shine to the Huskers. I mean, we don't got to stick. I mean, didn't Emerson talk about sticking enough up his ass? Like, we don't need to stick it where the sun don't shine.
But I think that Iggy's right.
We got
Indiana. I think Indiana's going to put a hurting on the Huskers.
I hope so. I'm with you, too. I used him in a contest as well as one of my contest picks. Robert Polziani, a.k.a. The Train. He's in the 412. He's out walking. He's going to be one of our on-the-ground Penguin correspondents.
Oh, good.
A season ticket holder for like 30-plus years.
Okay.
And a legendary stay-at-home defenseman on a lot of my teams. He's a few years older, veteran, sees the game very well, has a very good opinion. We're going to get Trained on the show talking about Pittsburgh and the Penguins. There's Pierre in the cut. He's our BVB barber. Guy's got his own shop, sits next to his dad in the chair, does the fades, the trims, the cuts, all of it. We'll even clean up your neck with that thing on the back. 317 Naptown, Indiana. Glad Matt is feeling better. So am I. So are we. So are all of you. Enjoy the weekend. Amen, baby. Good to see you, Pierre. We'll see you soon, hopefully. Percy Roscoe, 216 Cleveland, Ohio. I ain't need to tell you what to root for today. You just told us, go Tribe. That's it. Call them whatever you want. Win it today. Nate Irvine from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Hashtag One Pride. Hashtag Go Lions. Hashtag Detroit versus everybody. I can't wait. That game's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
SoCal DJ, 951 Riverside. Guess what? He's going to be hitting the road in about 4 hours to head into the 702 for the weekend. See you soon, Vegas. We'll see how we're feeling. We'll try to hook up at some point to say hello. I don't think we're going to get the ping pong game in, though. We're going to play ping pong at some time, but not probably Saturday. Tyler White, good to see you, sir. 865 Knox Vegas, Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee. But good to see you, Tyler. Thank you for being here. Sammy Licata, 314 St. Louis. My Mizzou Tigers better beat Auburn. They better. A little worried about that game for them.
Yeah, I would be a little concerned, too.
Yeah. WV Punch Drunk 1304 Clarksburg, West Virginia, paging Jimbo Fisher to West Virginia. What? Jimbo ain't coming back, coach. He got the money. He's done.
That's why he might go there for that reason.
Really?
Why not? Go back home? I don't think it's horrible. It's not a bad idea. He's going to get run out of town. He's going to get run out anyway. A&M wants him gone.
Know. I mean, the guy just left like Virginia basketball, like a stable job.
Tony.
I don't know if old guys want to get back in this game.
I think you were right, though. People have been speculating his comments at ACC Media Day about when it's time to go, you go. If the current landscape, he said he called Jay Wright and asked Jay Wright, why'd he get out? We had a conversation with him. He may have just looked at the NIL world and said, He said in 4 to 5 years when there's regulation, things will be different. But right now, things are really crazy.
It's the Wild Wild West times 100.
He said, fuck it. I'm out. Bye.
I don't need this shit. Joseph Myers. That's a.k.a. Josie Myers. Am I too late for Roll Call Friday? Hell
You're
no.
Not.
You ain't too late for Roll Call
You
Friday.
are not.
Thank you for the tweets. I just saw the tag right before the show. We'll respond after the show. Love what you're doing. He teaching a class down there in Fort Wayne. Or no, not Fort Wayne. Go back. I want to call that out right. San Antonio, Texas. Fort Sam Houston / San Antonio, Texas. Taught his class. Used a quote from the show. Always forward, never straight. Life is not a direct line. So true. Thank you, Joe C. Myers. Can't wait to meet you someday, sir. Thank you for your service as always. Garrett Brown, 425, Kirkland, Washington. Can I interest you guys in Indiana -6.5 and Rutgers -4.5 2-team parlay? Yes and yes. Are you looking at my shit? Because those are the games I use for the sides in the contest.
There we go. Look at
Those
that.
are both of my sides.
Okay.
Of all the games, I can't believe Garrett, my real estate brother up there in Washington,
picked them.
Picked those 2 games.
Pretty good.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but get them in. There's the Shrew, 916 Sacramento, 76 degrees, 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Sacramento. We missed you last week. Me and the Bomber, we had a hell of a time, but we sent you pictures. You're always looking good, sir. Keep up the good work. Call me Jared. Look at that hat. Look at that hat. He got his hat in the thing on the screen. 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Let's go, Guards. Finally made the live roll call. Have a great weekend. Brigade. That's right.
Crop Duster, repost if you could. We may have missed you. I didn't see it, so I'm going in order. Just repost it. It's fine.
Right.
Just
Okay.
repost it. And we'll put them up.
Post it. We'll get you Crop Duster. Crop_Duster 007. Football Guy 97 717 Lancaster, PA 72 degrees and sunny. Let's have a weekend, Brigade. I cannot believe that everywhere. He's in Pennsylvania. It's warmer there. It's warmer everywhere right now today.
It's warm in Iowa.
Zach O'Shea's there. 563 Dubuque, Iowa. First city of Iowa, sunny and 70. All right, Zach.
The first city of Iowa. How about that? All right. Well, Crop Duster, go ahead and put it in there. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to skip you. If I did, I didn't see you. So I try not to skip anybody, but if I did, I apologize, and we'll hopefully be able to get you back. I'll put you right up if you write it in there. But there is Roll Call Friday, boys and girls. Thank you for being here. This has been an extended version of the show. Thank you for hanging out. We're already 2 hours and 24 minutes. Time for Better to
All right, feel like 2 hours?
No, but it's been 2 hours and 24 minutes. So this is an extended
show in the history of the show
going on. Yes. By the time we're done, yes, it'll be the longest show in the history of PvP.
Ron Sean got skipped. We didn't mean to skip you.
No, we didn't. Sean. Oh, see that you guys are sure you're posting it? I don't know. Maybe it's not populating the same way it should. I'll get to the super chats here once we're done with Better to Book It. So we got a couple of super chats, so we'll jump in with as well. BYU's laying 9.5 tonight against Oklahoma State.
Bet. I don't even have to hesitate.
Yeah, I like BYU a lot tonight. Number came down at some books to 9, which was always a surprise. But under 10, I like BYU tonight. Okie State's a freaking mess. I'm playing the numbers here. 84, 83, and 44. 60 or higher totals to the under in college football this season. Purdue stinks, but I think there's zero incentive for Oregon to go out and score 50 tonight.
Some ridiculous score like 48-14 will get this over the total. It's
fine.
This will determine the Purdue output determines the total.
It's 14.
Oregon is scoring a minimum of 5 touchdowns and a field goal. That's 38 points.
Fine. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Okay. I think they score 6 touchdowns.
Okay.
So that's 42. And then you depend on the special teams, whatever. So
42-14, I'm good.
Stays under.
42-14, right. I'm good.
Perfect.
So that's what I mean.
That's where it's going to hinge on. There's not this one. They're either scoring like 100 or they're going to score within 6 points of the total either way.
Yeah.
Right? That's it.
Yeah.
So if you don't think they're going to score 100, play the under. I think this is going to, again, I'll say book it only because I think 48-14 might it's just going to creep over. But I think this is a good bet. 61. You get a better number than I got. I bet 60 last night. It's 61. Oh, okay.
It's up. So it's 61 now. So you can get a better number than what I bet last night. Okay. Michigan plus -4 up against Illinois. It's 4.5 now.
Spider sense is tingling down low. Sometimes it don't always tingle either. But like this one has that one. This one has the reach around. Grab Illinois.
Beal a ball. I don't like over 4. I don't like 4.5. I like 4.
Yeah.
There's push potential there, but I think Michigan's going to run the ball down the throat. I think Illinois is going to be able to stop them. Maryland plus 7.5 against USC. It's been 2011 was the last time that USC won and covered a game on the East Coast. 0-10.
Shit.
0-10 straight up. 1-9 ATS.
Wow.
Give me the dog.
I love when you hit me with these plays I don't see coming and you give me a home dog. I mean, I gotta say bet it. It's good.
7.5.
I lose. 7. They don't lose.
They lost as favored to Minnesota.
I know, but Maryland
on the road.
Such shit.
They lost and favored against Michigan on the road. I mean, how much worse is Maryland than Minnesota?
Damn, bro.
It's 7.5. It's a big number.
All right. We'll take it. We'll say bet it.
Packers laying 2.5 against Texans.
I hate this game. Jeez. Really forcing my hand here. I think this is a bet. I think Packers win this game.
Yep. And then finally, Jets and Steelers under 39.
The only way you lose this is if you get a goofy
like last night
finish and late garbage touchdowns. Something weird has to happen for this game to go over.
Last night was one of the most horrific, and I did have $1 on the game on the side of the total. I did some props, but watching that game, I was laughing my ass off. Watching a pick 6 and then watching a garbage third string quarterback go down and score a touchdown with 1 minute left.
Were they running like the 2-minute offense too to get there? Were they like running like it's like they're trying
they were
to
running the offense? They weren't like no huddling it, but they were just running the offense. They were throwing the ball though. They were trying to score. They were not running the clock out. They were throwing the football. They were running deep outs and post routes, and they were trying to move the ball, and they did. And it was like, oh my God, they're gonna fucking score. You saw it. It was 1:30 to go. They were on the 40-yard line. You're like, oh my God, they're going to score a touchdown and this game's going to go over and it's going to wipe out everyone.
Yeah, that was a massive swing. There was a lot of people on the under, content space, money-wise, all that stuff.
That game set football back 20 years.
Wait a second.
What's up, Kendall?
It's 2:00. Why is she in the chat?
Awesome question, Kendall. Are you at recess or what are you doing?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, where are you, Kendall?
What's up, brother? Are you on the playground right now? What are you doing? How did you get in here?
Have your iPad out? Uh-oh. You can't out yourself, Kay. Come on now. Get no better than that.
Listen, hi to Jax and all of your friends. If you're watching, this is her dad, and this is her dad's friend.
Shut it off.
Every show. No. You can stay. If you're downstairs, I'd have liked to know that you came home.
Fair. Favorite thing about today is what?
So this was a very trying week for you, me. Like, we're getting older. You're 47. How old am I? 54.
53. 4.
Oh, I'm 54 now. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you get these hiccups in life and you realize how important your health is. And you got to do these tests. You had to do one yesterday, and you got it. I texted you, what are you on about, buddy? This is my daughter.
I don't know what
I haven't checked the text yet.
She says I'm home.
No, I'm home. LOL. Oh, okay. She sprained her ankle. I thought that was from her sister. I got to
Kendall's hurt.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she did something. Yeah, she's wearing those shit shoes. I tell them all the time. You got to wear good shoes. Oh no.
What, she's wearing Crocs? Like the
No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, listen, we woke up this morning and it was winter.
Yes,
in Las
right.
Vegas. Okay, so
For one day.
like 2 things that I realized today is, one, your health is so important. And just take care of yourself. And when someone can't or struggling, help them if you can. Like, they need a ride, they need something, an appointment made, whatever. It's when you get help, then your health gets better, just in life. Okay. But I had to go for this test today, and I was uptight about it a little bit last night. And I really don't get uptight about too many things, but when you got to get MRIs and you got to get in them tubes and all this other stuff. And the last time I went, the speakers didn't work for the headphones, so I had to listen to the noise, and it didn't work, and I had to be in there for over an hour, and it still didn't work. So this woman today couldn't have been nicer. And I want to shout out Shauna and the patience that she showed with other people, because I was easy. But they hand you these gowns and say, just get dressed and down to your underwear. And I'm like, I don't know how to tie this thing. I put my arms in. They give you 2 because you put one on the right way, then you put on one backwards, so you're not hanging out in the front or the back, all this other stuff. But I drew on something before I took a deep breath, and I think about this now even more. But I kind of approach being on the air and doing all this other stuff. It's okay to be nervous. Don't be scared. Dusty Baker said that before a baseball game to his team back in the day, and he said it on the broadcast. He said, this is what he used to tell the young guys. It's okay to be nervous. Just don't be scared when you go out there and play. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. I'm putting that because that's like a lot of things about life. Like we get a lot of emails and a lot of DMs and a lot of things. Just, it's okay to be nervous. Don't be scared.
Kendall, listen, you'll learn it. You'll figure it out eventually. Those are things you'll look back on when you're 30 years old and go, fuck, my dad was right. Oh, sorry. Good go. My dad was right.
She's heard it. She said it.
Sorry. My dad was right. You'll say it to yourself at some point in life. You go, oh, my dad was right. And you'll know it. Along the same lines, I mean, this was one of the more crazier weeks that I've ever had. I mean, in terms of heart, hospitalization, COVID, my back, like it's just been an ongoing nonstop, like 4, 5, 6 days of just like, and I woke up last night at 2:00 in the morning and I realized I'm healthy. Like it was just one of those things. I had slept for so long. My body was like, we're done. You can get up now. I'm like, I'm not getting up. It's 2:00 in the morning, but it was like, I'm finally out of the woods. I felt normal. I felt like I was back. So when you go through, all sickness just sucks. There's no other way around it. And so when you come back out on the other side of it, it's like, oh, okay. Like, so that was fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this show today, because today was long. Today was a lot of fun, but we put it together because Fridays are always a lot of fun, but unique opportunity to put both Fitzy and Emerson on at the same time. It worked out perfectly with the Patriots and the Jaguars. Thanks to Chris Mack for being on the program today. This was so much fun. I look, we're 2 hours and 30 minutes into the show. You guys are still here. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out.
And you get to make your triumphant return to Sports Grid.
That's right. Come back on Sports Grid tonight. Oh yeah, what time is that? Is it 5:30? Yes, so 3.5 hours. I'll be on with you tonight on Sports Grid. So we'll see how well that gets received. But,
it's already received. I already got the groundwork. I said, I don't care. They asked me for a guest. I said, you're asking Peralt. And if he needs to go straight to the top, tell him to call me. They sent me a text and said, he's good. I said, you're damn right he is. They needed somebody to talk about college football for a segment or two. I said, because we don't have 20 games on the list today.
Right.
I said, I don't even need to ask a question. I'm going to tee you up and let you go. Me, you, and Wetzel. It'll be great.
It'll be fun. So that's coming up later on tonight if you guys want to get a hold of that. On the way out, we'll just play it again because it was fun to put it together for a while.
Oh my goodness! Big Christmas has tied it! The ultimate present under the tree!
El lanzamiento viene al plato. ¡Batazo!
¡Feliz Navidad! ¡Feliz Navidad! ¡Acaba de empatar el encuentro la Navidad en octubre!
Well, he really hit the shit out of that one, didn't he? Held it like an egg. Yeah, and he scrambled the son of a bitch. Look at that. He hit the fucking bull.
3, fly, deep drive, left field. Fry's watching. It is a walk-off home run. David Fry lights up the Cleveland night.
I can't wait to see how many strikes, how many emails from YouTube we're getting today.
He hit the fucking bull. I mean, the edit with the Bull Durham is sick. That's sick work right there.
Because that's just what to me is what it reminded me of.
It's sick. How long does that run? What is that? 1:30?
1 minute.
That's 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to go immediately on the Twitter at Boston versus the Bulls.
I'll tweet it up to
on everything.
I'll tweet it after the show's up. I'll tweet after the show's over. I'll put it up right now.
Guys,
enjoy the weekend. You can get David and I later on tonight on Sports Grid if you'd like to watch that 8 to 10 Eastern time. Enjoy it. We're back on Monday for a full breakdown of everything happening. 2 games on Monday, guys. 2 Monday Night Football games. There's a lot to get to on Monday. He's Dave. I'm Matt. For you guys, thank you so much. To Emerson and Fitzy, love you too. Thank you so much. Chris Mack, awesome job today as always. We're back tomorrow. What a roll call Friday, boys. Thank you for being here. BBB, back on Monday.